And we welcome you to Hobart Desert Field for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Everyday. This is Frank Martinez, and I will be your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. And I'm joined along tonight by Mark Cavallo, General Manager for the Newton Rebels. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Frank. Good to see you again. And so we got two powerhouse teams right here, an NBC powerhouse teams, and the Seattle Cheney Studs, and also the Hayes Larks. And definitely looking forward to this game, especially the last game of the night.
Last game of the night. We've had 3 games here today. Our first game was started an hour late because we had rain here, Carve.
Yeah.
And that game was between the Lone Star Krakens. They defeated the Austin, Texas Shockers 16-7 in 7 innings. And then our second game, which the Wichita Sluggers against the Oklahoma City D-Bat. And Oklahoma City D-Bat won that game 5-4. And then the game that just concluded here before ours was the Austin, Texas Lone Star Baseball versus the Hutchinson, Kansas Monarchs. And Austin won that game 6-3. Like you say, tonight we have a great game for you, and that will feature the visiting team, the Hayes, Kansas Larks, coached by Frank Leo, and the Seattle, Washington Cheney Studs, coached by head coach Barry Aiden. We're going to go ahead and go to the starting lineups here for tonight's game. First of all, for the Hayes Larks, leading off and playing second base will be number 2, Tanner Rice. Batting second, the right fielder, number 3, Jack Torrenson. Batting third and playing third base will be number 12, Palmer Hutchinson. Batting fourth and DHing number 30, Ben McLaughlin. Batting fifth and playing left field will be number 33, Dylan Dryling. Batting sixth and playing center field will be number 8, Leo Geminian. Batting seventh and playing first base will be number 20, Garrett Groot. Batting eighth and catching will be number 5, Jackson Halter. Batting ninth and playing shortstop will be number 3, Austin Jaslove. And pitching for the Hayes Larks will be number 28, Cade Brown. As we said, the Larks are coached by head coach Frank Leo, assisted by Keith Harper, Andy Luton, and Dustin Dreher. And now here's the starting lineup for the home team, the Seattle Washington Cheney Studs. Leading off and playing right field will be number 10, Landon Riker. Batting second, the center fielder, number 3, Peyton Smith. Batting third and playing left field, number 16, Braden Terry. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 26, Kyle Rodriguez. Batting fifth and catching will be number 19, Will DeForest. Batting sixth and playing third base will be number 14, Charlie Larson. Batting seventh and DHing, number 29, Ethan Rhodes. Batting eighth and playing shortstop will be number 18, Nathaniel De La Cruz. Batting ninth and playing second base, number 8, McKenna Murashig. And pitching will be number 31, Bryce Forrest. Once again, the Cheney Studs are coached by head coach Barry Aiden, assisted by Cody Aiden, Kyle Sutherland, Chris Remington, David Potter, and Tegan Aiden.
Yep. I was going to say, it's definitely, like I said, the thing about these two teams, and I've gone against Frank Leo as a coach, summer coach especially. I've known him for a long time, and he's a competitor. I mean, that's why he's still in this game. He's been in there all these years, and, he wants to come out here and he wants to make a statement. He keeps that enthusiasm. He wants to come out, but then on the other side, you also have the Seattle Cheney Studs, and, I know Barry, he wants to come out here and always be a mainstay in the NBC. So that's what's good about this matchup. It's actually probably one of the top matchups right now in the first few days of the NBC.
Yeah, and then also we have some great matchups for tomorrow's game. Yeah. That's going to be coming up at the 3 o'clock game and the 6 o'clock game. Matter of fact, you and I will be calling the main game tomorrow, the feature game they call it, at 6 o'clock. All our games are starting early tomorrow. Instead of starting at noon, we'll be starting at 9 a.m. So, and that game is going to be the Cheney Diamond Dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Versus Liberal BJs.
Yeah, that, of course, there's two classic teams. I mean, you can't beat these. When you only have 16 teams, back in the old days, you had 32. I mean, I'm sure you were there when they were doing the 60.
Oh yeah.
But now you got it down to 16. So you got some quality teams that are in this tournament.
Yes, I remember. This is my 28th year of announcing here for the NBC World Series, and I remember many times we had 79 games or better, and it was quite a workout. So
now, how many did you get? Just asking. How many games did you do a day back then? Because, that'd be.
Well, back then we used to have 7 games a day, and usually I did 5 of them a day. Yeah. But unfortunately, there's one year that one of our announcers, and he passed away the night that he was supposed to be announcing. The next day, he had passed away, and so there was only 2 announcers, and I took all his games plus mine, and I did like 50 or 60 games. I can't remember how many it was now, but
that's
I
like
did
a record.
The majority of the games.
That's got to be like a record. I mean, that's some of the people out there are just talking about the history of the NBC, which is so interesting.
Yeah, we're about ready to get started. I was going to give you the umpires for tonight's game. At home plate, we'll have Ben Harlow. At first base is Brian Solier, and at third base will be Mike Lentz. So we're about ready to get started here. And leading off for the Hayes Larks will be the second baseman, number 2, Tanner Rice. And pitching for Seattle will be number 31, Bryce Forrest.
Yeah, Tanner Rice right there. His first game.
First pitch, count is now 1-1, sorry.
Yeah, it's getting all that right. Let's get it together here. But he was 0 for 0 in the first game with 1 walk.
Let me see if I can find your roster here, because I know that's what you need. Here it is. There it is, right there. So Tanner Rice is up. He hits the ball into left field, in for a base hit. So the first hit of the game goes by the Larks, and by the name of Tanner Rice.
And he's from Mesa, Arizona, 5'7", 175, from UT Arlington.
And now that brings up the right fielder, number 3, Jack Torson.
Yeah, Jack Torson, he's from Omaha, Nebraska, 5'11", 175, and he plays at Creighton Blue Jays.
So we're underway here in Hutchinson, Kansas, for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy.
Yeah, I know the game the other day you and I did with the Studs, and they had a little trouble. They had a little trouble with the.
Here's the pitch. That one hit to the shortstop. It should be, he bobbles the ball. He finally steps on second base. He was going to toss it to the second baseman, but he bobbled it, so he kept momentum, kept him going towards second. So he ends up touching the bag and then throwing to first base for that double play. Nice job there by the shortstop, De La Cruz, staying with it. So there is 2 down now. That will bring up the third baseman, number 12, Palmer Hutchinson.
So De La Cruz makes some nice plays the other day. He kept that ball right in front of him, and great hands, and stayed right with it.
So Palmer Hutchinson up. The first pitch is the ball.
Yeah, Palmer Hutchinson from Hayes, Kansas, hometown boy there. 6'2", 205, and Emporia State University.
And what a beautiful day that we have had here. Like I say, it rained here this morning, Carv. and our game had to get delayed. And I'll tell you what, we got to give a shout-out to our ground crew.
Oh, yeah.
The
those
ground
guys.
crew here did a fantastic job, because when I showed up here, there were still puddles all along the side, but they worked so hard, and we got to give them a good shout-out. They did an excellent job to get these games going and keep them going. They've done a great job the last 3 days. So the count now goes to 2 balls, 1 strike to Palmer Hutchison, and I know Kevin Jinks appreciates their hard work.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, last year, if you remember when the windstorm and all that, the tarp and those guys, I felt so sorry for them. So hopefully nothing happens like that for now. Just a little rain like that's not bad.
Yeah, matter of fact, I think Andrew Burgos got tore up really bad.
Yeah, he did.
With
I still
tarp.
remember that.
The wind blew so hard, and it rained. It just poured. And that one misses inside as the count goes full now at 3-2. 2 down here in the top half of the first inning. The Hayes Larks are up. If you're just now joining us, it is the Hayes Larks versus the Seattle Washington Studs. That one called strike 3 for
slider.
out number 3. That is the first strikeout. So the top half of the first inning for the Larks, they score no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. So,
what does better mean to you? Better is personal. Better is community. Better is connection. Better is Butler. Butler Community College. Ready for better.
At Evergy, seeing energy differently starts with thinking differently about its impact and then committing to doing better every day. As we continue to expand our investment in renewable resources, capturing more wind, gathering more sunshine, we're able to generate power that's cleaner and provide it to you more affordably. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
and we welcome you back to Hobart Desert Phil here in Hutchinson, Kansas for the 88th Annual NBC World Series powered by Evergy. As we go to the bottom half of the first inning, and the Seattle Washington Cheney Studs will be up the bat. They went no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base here on the top half of the first. And Barry Aiden is the head coach for the Studs. I think you know Mr. Aiden.
Oh, yeah,
don't you?
yeah. Like I said, through the years, got to talk to him a few times, especially always at the NBC, especially the final week. He's always there. He's always one of the final teams.
Always, and he's quite a gentleman, too.
Yes,
I got
he
a
is.
chance to talk to him before the game. I saw him by the fence, and I went over to talk to him. And I promised him that I would say hi to Miss Charlene Aiden, is the mother, who's back in the Seattle, Washington area. And Charlene, we hope you enjoy the broadcast. I want to give the early shout-out this time because it's pretty late back in Washington. I don't want her to go to bed and miss it.
Right. No, I don't blame you.
So, Charlene Aiden, we welcome you to the broadcast if you are watching, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. If not, we'll sure you'll catch it some other time. Count is 2 balls, no strike. Ball hit as shortstop. Shortstop takes a dive to his left. That's Jaslov. And threw it off the base, but the first baseman, Groot, made a nice tag for out number 1. So a 6-3 put out if you're scoring at home for out number 1.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. He got dirty. I like seeing that, getting dirty, diving on that, and then jumping up and making a throw. Just a little off, but first baseman did a good job making that tag.
And now coming up to the plate for the Studs is the center fielder, number 3, Peyton Smith.
Yeah, Payne Smith's from Snohomish, Washington, 5'9", 185, and he plays at Jamestown.
Cade Brown's pitch is strike 1, so the count is no balls, 1 strike. 70 degrees here in Hutchinson, Kansas, Carv. Can you believe that?
Not used to that a year ago. I can tell you that.
Well, we've been very lucky this week so far. The ball hit to the second baseman. Second baseman Rice moves to his left, throws over to first to Group for out number 2. So a 4-3 put out for the second out. That will bring up the left fielder, number 16, Braden Terry.
Yeah, Terry's from Bellevue, Washington, 6 foot, 180, and he plays his ball at Everett Community College.
Terry comes in batting .333 as he is 1 for 3 here in the World Series. Has 1 RBI. The ball is low for ball 1.
Yeah, like I said, they had a pretty tough game the other day, and they got through it. And you and I were just impressed with the pitching, especially. But they had several players with 2 hits, too. I think it was like 4 players with 2 hits.
That one misses low for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Braden Terry, who is the left fielder here this evening for the Cheney Studs. And here's the pitch. That one is also low for ball 3, so the count will now go to 3-0. One thing about I talked to one of the scouts here at the hotel, and we were discussing the games, and his analyzed the games so far, and he said the same thing we said last night on the air about how great the pitching has been and the defense.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no, I think it goes together. It's like when you have great pitch and your defense is going to be right there with you, just like that play right there up the middle. I mean, that was awesome play.
So Terry reaches on ball 4, so he'll be on at first base. That will bring up the first baseman, number 26, Kyle Rodriguez. I mentioned to him that that's exactly what we said on the air the night before, and he says, yeah, it's a lot different this year. The pitchers are dominating, and they have some great defense back behind them. That one misses for ball 1.
Yeah, I think it just comes like what we have seen is execution. I mean, just executing, moving runners, getting that big hit with 2 outs.
And here's the pitch. That one misses outside, and they do appeal at first base. It says he did not go, so the count will go to 2 balls and no strikes. Runner on at first base with 2 down, and a swing and a miss there by Rodriguez. Looks like he was swinging for downtown Hutchison that time.
Yeah. Well, a little about Cade Brown also. I didn't talk about him. The pitcher, Franklin, Tennessee, 6'5", big guy, 225, and from Oklahoma University.
Well, the Hayes Larks are wearing their whites here tonight with undersleeve shirts of a color of blue hats. And the Seattle Studs have on their black jerseys with white pants and white numbers. There's a swing and a miss there by Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez from Issaquah, Washington, 6 foot, 195, plays his ball at Central Washington. He calls timeout there.
So we have a full count now, 3-2. And Terry will be taken off at first base with 2 down. Here's a pitch by Brown. Now swing and a miss there by Rodriguez as he goes down for out number 3. That is the first strikeout recorded by Cade Brown.
What does better mean to you? Better is personal. Better is community. Better is connection. Better is Butler. Butler Community College. Ready for better.
At Evergy, seeing energy differently starts with thinking differently about its impact and then committing to doing better every day. As we continue to expand our investment in renewable resources, capturing more wind, gathering more sunshine, we're able to generate power that's cleaner and provide it to you more affordably. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Edward Field here in Hutchinson, Kansas for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the top half of the second inning, due up for the Hayes Larks will be the designated hitter, number 30, Ben McLaughlin.
He's from Golden, Colorado, 6'3", 200, and from the University of Arkansas, a Razorback. They had a very good year this year, I can tell you that. One of the top teams in the country.
McLaughlin comes in batting 400 as he has been up to the plate 5 times here in the World Series and has 2 hits. Does have 1 home run with 4 RBIs.
It's kind of interesting, that 90-second clocks. Players starting to get used to that. I saw some of the coaches talking to the teams about it.
Yep. And here's the pitch by Forrest. That one lifted into right field. Right fielder Riker is there. Makes the catch for out number 1. Line shot there by McLaughlin, but that was right to the right fielder. So we do have 1 down. Now that will bring up the left fielder, number 33, Dylan Dryling.
Yeah, the Dryling family has been pretty popular there in Hayes. That's where he's from, Hayes, Kansas. 5'11", 195, University of Tennessee.
Here's fouled off there by Dryling. Left-handed batter. Foster's pitch misses outside, so that will even up the count now.
You know, I was thinking about Frank.
1-1.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking about Frank Lee the other day, how he's had these continuous run of success. And the point is, Frank, is I was thinking how tough that is. I'm thinking as a coach, as a GM, because I've done both, and it is tough. Yeah. And he's done it. He knows what you have to do.
1-2 now the count. Ball hit deep into right field, but it's going to be out of play. That ball kept drifting right. So the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And you think if you're going to be one of the top teams every year, then you definitely have to have connections, great network, great pipelines.
Fastball in there for a call strike. And Dryling goes down looking for out number 2, and that is the second strikeout recorded by Bryce Foster. That will bring up center fielder number 8, Leo Geminian.
He is from Saint-Lô, France. So that's how you say it. 5'11", 178, East Tennessee University.
So we have 2 down now here in the top half of the second inning. No score yet so far. And here's the pitch. That one right across the letters on the outside corner. It's called strike 1 by home plate umpire Ben Harlow. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch now. That one fouled off. So the count will now go to 0-2. And Foster looks like he's trying to get himself in a low rhythm there.
Right, yeah. He's especially early in this game. That's what a pitcher's trying to do, get used to everything and get used to the mound.
Jimenez, Geminian, correction, is batting .333 as he is 1 for 3 with 1 RBI. That one misses outside as the count will now go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss there by Geminian as he goes down swinging for out number 3. And that is the 3rd strikeout recorded by Foster. The NBC World Series, powered by Evergy, is brought to you by Butler Community College. Enroll now at butler.edu and by Evergy. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first.
Everyday Heroes take.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Edward Field here in Hutchinson for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined by Mark Cavella as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Due up is the catcher, number 19, Will DeForest.
Yeah, DeForest from Seattle, Washington, Claremont McKenna College. And he's actually a utility guy, catcher and infielder.
First pitch with the ball. Here's the pitch. That one hit to the short third baseman, Rice. Rice gets it on one bounce, goes across to first baseman Grit for out number one.
Yeah, and that was a tougher play than it looked, Frank, because that took on that short hop, and he played it just right, kept it in front of him, and, man, strong arm across there.
That will bring up the third baseman, number 14, Charlie Larson.
Yeah, Larson from Tacoma, Washington. 5'10", 180, and he plays his ball at Central Washington.
Here's the pitch. That one hits the outside corner for call strike one. We had a great crowd here for the feature game at 6 o'clock. Of course, it was Hutchinson playing.
The home team.
And there was, as a matter of fact, I was surprised that, I don't know when you showed up, but I was surprised you got a parking spot.
Yeah, no, I had to find one way down there. You know, I might have to take a tram or something. I don't know. It's like getting me back over there.
The count goes 1-1 strike.
Yeah, that's one thing. They definitely support their Monarchs.
And the breaking ball is in there for a call strike as the count now goes to 1-2 strikes. You know, I love the press box where it's at, but I don't like the chairs because you can't see.
No, I know.
The chairs need to be taller. That one down into the ground, and the count will now go to 2-2.
So I say that's the only solution because we're not getting any taller. We're not going to grow. I know that.
Nope. Chairs are down low to where the window seal is
the
blocking.
ledge right there, that ledge.
It blocks right where home plate is at, and you can just see the batter, but just the top part of his shoulders. And you have to lean forward quite a ways to be able to see the action. But, boy, your back pays for it. So 2-2 is the count, and here's the pitch. That one hit to the right-hand side. That's going to be in for a base hit by Larson. So Larson will record his first hit of the ball game, and the first hit of the ball game for the Seattle Studs.
Yeah, that's a great job of hitting an outside fastball right there, and just went right with it. Not a hard swing or anything. It's a nice little flare, nice little line drive right there, and that's all you have to do.
Well, Larson was 2 for 3, batting .666, so he adds to it. Now up will be the designated hitter, number 29, Ethan Rhodes.
Yeah, Rhodes is from West Seattle, Washington, and he's 5'11", 190. Plays his ball at Lewis Clark State. Very good program through the years.
First pitch was called strike one. That one misses down low. Good job there by the catcher, Grohl. It looks like he's catching. Well, we need to find out because they had him down differently on the
sheet there. Yeah. Another ball hit to the right side.
Another base hit there by Rhodes as that's lifted into right field. So moving over to second base is Larson. Rhodes reaches on a base hit. That's the second hit of the ball game and second hit of this inning. That will bring up the shortstop, number 18, Nathaniel De La Cruz.
Yeah, he's from Mililani, Hawaii, 6'3", 185. Plays his ball at Everett Community College. And I just like how they're going to the right side. They're just going with the pitch. It's again, both these coaches, they get the most out of their players that are coachable. They better be coachable or they don't play at these places. That's what's neat about these guys. They get some high caliber kind of talent players to buy in. You know, years ago, Frank, we went to play up at Hayes, you know, just during the summer, and just amazing, you know, that what they do. They'll bunt, they'll execute. And I'm telling my team after this, you see what they do? That's what we need to be doing.
Okay, I think I found the problem here. Sorry about that, Curve. Swing and a miss there by De La Cruz. And the ball got away from the catcher. Both runners will advance.
Yeah, they
There's
call
a pass ball.
Pass ball, yeah.
So Larson will go to third base, and Rhodes will move to second. On your live stream is what's going on here. They got the positions wrong here.
Yeah.
They got Baker Livingston at left field and Hutchinson pitching. Ball hit up the middle. That's going to be in for a base hit by De La Cruz. Coming in to score is Larson from third base. And stopping at third base will be Rhodes. And hustling down to second base is Nathaniel De La Cruz.
And I can tell you right now, Frank Leo isn't happy with that, especially the throw. It's a high throw that went over the cutoff that enabled the hitter to go all the way to second base. You know, takes away their double play. I didn't think he had a shot at home anyway, the player at home.
So we have one run scored as De La Cruz delivers a base hit into center field. Scored from third base was Larson. Rhodes stops at third. And De La Cruz hustles down to second base on the throw into home plate. And coach is coming out to talk to pitcher Cade Brown.
Yeah, I'm sure you settle him down a little right there and see what's working. But, yeah, especially I'm just talking about on defense, you know, try to keep that ball down. He has a good enough arm, but hit your cutoff. He had too much elevation on that, which that's where the great play, great run right there. And, you know, great hit and run over there to second, hustle to second base. That's a great job by De La Cruz.
De La Cruz, and by the way, that was his first hit of the World Series here. He was 0 for 4. So it's a base hit and an RBI. That will bring up second baseman number 8, McKenna Murashin. Ball hits to the right-hand side, going to be out of play.
And he's from Honolulu, Hawaii, 5'9", 165, Puget Sound.
So no balls, one strike now to Murashig. Here's the pitch. That one a breaking ball. That one diving to the right side was third baseman and not able to get to it, but the shortstop did pick it up. A run does score as Rhodes comes in. De La Cruz tried moving to third base on that, and the shortstop was able to get it, toss it to the third baseman. And De La Cruz got tagged out for out number 2. So Murashin is on with a fielder's choice. And now we do have 2 down with 2 runs scored now for the Seattle Studs.
And now you go up to the top of the lineup. That was a good play by the shortstop. That was the only play he really had.
So 6-5 is the play. If you're scoring at home on De La Cruz in the 8th spot. That will bring up the right fielder, number 10, Landon Riker. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That ball lifted to the third baseman. Third baseman Hutchison goes to second, and he throws it away. So safely is Morshin as he goes over to third base. He slid into second base, and the ball got away from the second baseman. Sure, that's going to be an error.
Yeah, it's an error. He just made the play to his left, and it was like it was off his wrong foot right there. He's kind of stumbling and just flipped the ball right there, and just the low throw and tough one to handle right there.
So Riker records a fielder's choice, and there's an error 5. That will bring up the center fielder, number 3, Peyton Smith. So now we have runners on at first and third with 2 down. 2-0 is the score in favor of the Cheney Studs. Batter is Peyton Smith.
And Smith grounded out. He grounded out 0-for-1. Grounded out there to second base in the first inning.
So 1 ball, no strikes. Here's Brown's pitch. That one fouled off there by Smith. That will even up the count now at 1-1. That one misses low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. As we have Morishuk at third base and Riker on at first. Both players reached on fielder's choice. Swing and a miss there by Smith. As the count will now go to 2-2.
He changed some elevation there, the high fastball.
2 runs have scored here in the bottom half of the second inning for the Studs, who are the home team here this evening. Ball lifted into left field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. So scoring from third base will be Murashek. And moving over to second base is Riker. Peyton Smith is in with his first hit of the ball game and an RBI. And then that will bring up the left fielder, number 16, Braden Terry. So 3-0 is the score now in favor of the Seattle Cheney Studs.
Yeah, they're just going with the pitch real well right here. I mean, left-handed hitter, outside pitch, just went right with it. Line drive, RBI.
Left fielder Braden Terry up the bat. He reached on a base on balls his first time up in the first inning.
Do you see some activity out there in the bullpen there already for the Larks?
Well, this is an important game because the loser of this game, it forces them to win that third game.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If they want to advance, 4 pulls of 4 teams, and the top 2 teams advance. That one misses outside for ball 2, so 2-0 now the count to Terry.
And Terry walked in that first inning also.
Riker's on at second. Smith is on at first. With 2 down still. 3-0 the score in favor of the Studs. And here's the pitch. That one misses low and outside. So the count will now go to 3-0.
He's definitely getting his pitch count up there right now. 42 pitches or so. So
that one's right across the knees for call strike 1, so the count will now go to 3-1.
It's good to see old Ben Harlow there behind the plate. I've known Ben many years, very consistent, fair umpire. Does a great job.
Yeah, we've had some really good umpiring crews for over the years now, and this year's no exception. Here's the pitch. That one hits the inside corner, a fastball. That will take the count now to full now at 3-2. With runners on at first and second and 2 down, both runners will be taken off on the pitch. And that one calls strike 3 as Terry looks at third strike, but not before the stud scored 3 runs. At the end of 2 innings of play, it is the Cheney Studs 3 and the Hayes Larks 0. The NBC World Series powered by Evergy, is brought to you by Burns and McDonnell. Honored to serve the city of Wichita and municipal utilities across the nation, and by Kansas Gas Service. Encourages you to be a dig hero by calling 811 2 full working days before any digging project.
When deciding on energy for your home, there are wants and there are needs. You want it to be good for the environment, but you need it there when the weather gets bad. You want it to save energy, but it has to be affordable too. Thankfully, you don't have to make a choice. It's natural gas.
Spirit Aerosystems is where flight begins. It's where decades of aviation innovation fuels the aerospace industry. It's where the world's largest aircraft structures take shape and where they take flight for the first time. At Spirit, we design and build the foundations of flight. Here, you can build with your hands and design with your mind. We're looking for talented individuals, including skilled manufacturing employees, to join our Wichita team. At Spirit Aerosystems, flight begins with you.
And we welcome you back as we go to the top half of the third inning. We're in Hutchinson, Kansas for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. Due up is first baseman number 20, Garrett Gruett.
Yeah, he's from Groesbeck, Texas, 6'1", 205, Murray State. That's where he went to college here.
Oh, it's no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one hit to the third baseman. Third baseman Larson picks it up, goes over to first. Rodriguez in time for out number 1. So we have a 5-3 put out for the first out.
I was going to say he was working away, then he busted in right there. Got him to turn on that 5-3 play.
Now up is the catcher number 5, Jackson Halter.
Yeah, Jackson Halter from Texarkana, Texas, 5'11", 195, Seminole State College.
This is Halter's first time at the plate here in the World Series. Did not play the first game. First pitch is outside for ball 1, so 1 ball, no strikes. That one's inside and high, 2-0 now the count.
Hayes is trying to get something going, try to keep it close. It's a 3-run deficit, but it's kind of tough against a Seattle team like this. You got to keep it close.
That went in the ground, and the count will now go to 3 balls and no strikes to Halter. That one misses inside the fastball, so Halter will be on a base on balls. And that is the first walk given up by Foster. And that will bring up the shortstop number 3, Austin Jaslove.
And that might be the start that they needed right here, Frank, because you got after Jaslove, then you got the top of the lineup up. Jaslove can figure out a way to get on, get a little rally going.
So Halter's on at first with 1 down. And here's Foster's pitch. That one lifted to the left-hand side. That's going right down the line. Left fielder moving over. That is Terry. And it's not able to make the catch.
Yeah, he definitely overran it. He had it there. He just overran it. Jaslev from Temecula, California, 6'2", 185, University of Tennessee.
Well, earlier this morning, I guarantee you one thing. If he would have went after that, he would have been on his rear end because it was so muddy there and so wet. Luckily today, the sun came out. The crew just has done one great job here in Hutchinson to allow us to play ball.
Yeah.
So the count is no balls, one strike now to Jaslov. There's a throw over to first base, and Halter's in safely.
And one thing, Frank, got me is that flag out there. It's just there's not much wind right now. I know you were talking about wind earlier.
Yeah, just sitting straight down. Here's the pitch. That one just misses outside, and that will take the count to 1 ball, 1 strike.
And with the cooler temperatures, the ball's not going to travel as much as it is when the heat and all that ball will carry. But right now, you have to hit a pretty solid. We did see a home run last night that was on top of the roof.
That one hit to the right-hand side. That's going to be in past the second baseman, Mershig. And Jaslev records his first hit of the ball game. Halter moves to second base on that play. And that will bring up the second baseman, number 2, Tanner Rice. That is the third hit of the ball game for the Hayes Larks.
And Rice got a first hit in the first inning, so here you go. I mean, we'll see what happens.
So Tanner Rice is up with runners on at first and second with 1 down here in the top half of the third inning. They are down 3-0 to the Cheney Studs. Fastball just misses inside for ball 1.
And Rice is right on top of that plate.
So 1-0 now the count to Rice, who got a base hit and then was hit into a double play. That one fouled off there by Rice.
Yeah, I was going to say, Frank, these pitchers, they definitely come inside. I mean, the pitchers that you and I have seen so far, especially the big college pitchers, they're not afraid to come inside. And I think you have to with wood bats.
So the count will go to 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's the pitch. That one misses high for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Well, one thing that remember I told you, I was talking to the scout, and he was telling me that the difference this year seems like the junior college players that they have are good. You know, really good ball players, and that's making a big difference. So the count is 2 balls, 1 strikes now to Tanner Rice. Here's the pitch. That one misses high. That's right around the eyes. And the count goes down to 3-1.
And I think some of that could be part of the COVID thing because guys got to play an extra year, got to stay. And if you look, they're a lot older. A lot of guys are a lot older and still playing. Well, before they'd be done by, 22 or something like that, or 21 or 22. I mean, I see 24, 25, and they're still playing.
That one hits the inside corner, and that will take the count to full now at 3-2. 1 out. Halter at second. Jaslov at first. Halter reached on a base on balls, and Jaslov reached on a base hit. And here's the 3-2 pitch. That one a swing and a miss there by Tanner Rice as he goes down swinging for out number 2.
Yeah, that was pretty big, that high fastball right there. That's changing the eye level right there, and it definitely worked.
That is the 4th strikeout recorded by Bryce Foster. That will bring up the right fielder, number 3, Jack Torreson.
Yeah, he's the one that hit into a double play in the first inning.
Well, you were talking about getting to the top half of the inning here, and that one does hit Torreson, so he'll be on at first base, so the bases will be loaded as he will be on as a hit batsman. That means Halter will move to third base and Jaslov will move to second. And we do have 2 down. That will bring up in the third spot there is third baseman number 12, Palmer Hutchinson.
Yeah, the Emporia State product struck out looking like he doubted it that first inning, but see, he got toned for that right here.
Fastball misses just outside as the count goes 1 ball and no strikes.
And like I said before, I love watching the catchers. See where they set up, inside, outside.
That was lifted foul over the first base dugout, and that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, and I think that lets you know you're a pitcher. If you're a pitcher, can hit spots right there. He's not just throwing. I'm looking. He's definitely hitting his spots.
So 1-1, bases full here, 2 down. Check swing there by Hutchinson, and says he didn't go, so the count will now go to 2-1.
Yeah, he had the little slider there, action. He had some good movement on it.
Infield playing normal. Deep fly ball to left side, but it's going to be well out of play.
Yeah.
Boy, that there would have been no doubt on that one if it had just stayed in play.
I don't know if they'll find that one till tomorrow morning.
That one in over there by the dike.
Yeah.
Or Kansas River to the left of us. Count is 2 balls, 2 strikes on Hutchinson. Here's the pitch. That one lifted towards the third base side once again, but it does go foul. So the count will stay at 2-2.
And again, he was set up away, pitching away. You can see him coming around across the ball, pulling the ball, That's the one thing we were talking about. Just go with the pitch.
Halter at third base, Jaslov at second, and Torsen at first base. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss there by Hutchinson as he goes down swinging, and a great job there by Bryce Foster as the bases were loaded with 1 out, and he came back and got the strikeout. So at the end of 2.5 innings of play, it is the Studs 3 and the Larks 0, and we'll be right back.
When deciding on energy for your home, there are wants and there are needs. You want it to be good for the environment, but you need it there when the weather gets bad. You want it to save energy, but it has to be affordable too. Thankfully, you don't have to make a choice. It's natural gas.
Spirit Aerosystems is where flight begins. It's where decades of aviation innovation fuels the aerospace industry. It's where the world's largest aircraft structures take shape and where they take flight for the first time. At Spirit, we design and build the foundations of flight. Here you can build with your hands and design with your mind. We're looking for talented individuals, including skilled manufacturing employees, to join our Wichita team. At Spirit Aerosystems, flight begins with you.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Edwardville for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, the score is the Seattle Washington Cheney Studs 3 and the Hayesville, Kansas Larks 0. Due up, the bottom half of the 3rd, first baseman number 26, Kyle Rodriguez. And there's a penalty. It's going to be called ball 1. Pitcher did not throw the ball.
Yeah, the pitcher just stood there. You have to be in motion. You got to be.
The way it works is the batter has to be in the box with 5 seconds or more. That pitch misses outside for ball 2. And he was, and the pitcher has to be in motion. And if he's not, and the clock runs out, then it will be a ball. If the batter's not in the box in that 5 seconds, at least 5 seconds, and the pitcher hangs on to it, and it will be called a strike against the batter.
It's definitely an adjustment for players that haven't used the clock.
So the count is 2 balls, 1 strike now to Rodriguez. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss there by Rodriguez. as the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Rodriguez struck out in the first inning.
Rodriguez is 1 for 5 as he's batting 200. That one lifted to the right-hand side.
And like I said, Frank, I always like to see second time around when they start seeing a pitcher, what kind of adjustments they make, especially third time around.
That one lifted to the right-hand side. Right fielder Riker is moving back.
Boy, that ball just kept carrying.
Correction, I said Riker, but I meant Torrenson. Makes the catch for out number 1. We'll bring up the catcher number 19, Will DeForest.
You know, the other day, just talking about Anthony Brady. I mean, he did a great job. You know, pitched the other day in that game, the 4-2 game the other day, went all the way for the Seattle Genie Studs.
DeForest is up. He grounded down to the third baseman his first inning. It was actually in the second inning, sorry. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Trying to follow point streak, and I can't do it because it's not correct. All right, that one is in there for call strike as the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to DeForest. 1 down here in the bottom half of the third inning. That one also in there for call strike. That will take the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he took a little something off that. He was on his front foot there. That's
Cade Brown with the pitch. That one is fouled off there by DeForest. Count stays the same at 2-2.
But it's good. It's kind of neat to see some good pitching. You know, it's kind of like the first part of the game. That's what they're trying to do. They get their best pitchers, and all of a sudden, you know, they start figuring each other out, start scoring some runs.
Breaking ball fouled off there by DeForest. Got that breaking ball up just a little bit, and I was surprised he didn't drive that one, but he just fouled it off. Was able to get a piece of it, though.
It's definitely hanging up there. But I think Frank's just the battle of the bullpens a lot. You know, just to see what happens when other guys come in, especially with the pitch counts getting up.
2-2 pitch. That one misses inside. The count will go full now at 3-2. Now, one thing I've noticed tonight, compared to the last couple of nights that you and I have been doing the games, there's been a lot of 3-2 counts.
Yeah.
And that has not happened the first couple of days here.
And that's what I meant. You're going to get into the bullpen earlier. It's just
fastball misses high for ball 4. So DeForest is on with a base on balls. And I believe that is the second. Yes, it is the second walk given up by Brown. That will bring up the third baseman, number 14, Charlie Larson.
Yeah, Larson in the second inning got a base hit and scored.
So we do have a runner on at first base now with 1 down. Brown ready to go. Here's the pitch, misses outside. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Larson. He's playing third base this evening. That one is called strike, but the ball gets away from the catcher. Move it over to second base will be DeForest. Takes a healthy round around second base. It does finally go back. So he'll stop at second.
Yeah, it's definitely a pass ball right there. And
advances on that pass ball. So 1-1 now the count to Charlie Larson.
That's why it's so tough to catch. You have a pass ball. Now you got a runner in scoring position. Base hit can score him.
Larson batting .666 as he was 2 for 3. with 1 RBI. That one misses for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Larson. Ball lifted to the right-hand side. First baseman Grit will get under it, makes the catch for out number 2. That will bring up the designated hitter number 29, Ethan Rhodes.
He had that base hit to right side. And he also scored the second run for the Studs.
There's Brown's pitch. In there for call strike 1 on the breaking ball.
Yeah, and he's still pitching away. I was just noticing, everything's more away. That's one thing you could see from up here.
Rhodes got a base hit in the second inning and scored a run. There's a swing and a miss there by Rhodes as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's a pretty nasty slider right there. That ball just broke. I mean, it was coming right at the edge of the plate and just broke probably about a foot out, it looked like.
So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on at second base here in the bottom half of the third. There's a swing and a miss, and the ball hits the ground. So a throw by the catcher to first for the out, for out number 3. The NBC World Series, powered by Evergy, is brought to you by Black Hills Energy and by Spirit Aero Systems, the world's largest manufacturers of aero structure for commercial airplanes, defense platforms, and business and regional jets.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
Seeing the world of energy differently means looking forward and innovating now. It's why we've invested in a next-gen infrastructure, one capable of providing energy to you more dependably than anything before it, so you can focus on what matters most. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Deadwood Field for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the top half of the 4th inning, due up is designated hitter number 30, Ben McLaughlin.
Yeah, McLaughlin is the second inning. Hit that hard line drive, Frank, right there to right fielder.
First pitch to him is called strike 1. So Bryce Foster in with his 4th inning to work. That one is fouled off, out of play.
Boy, sure takes a big cut right there. That's
as the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. One thing I like about Bryce Foster is his leg kick. I don't know if you notice how high it goes up with it. I always try to teach that to the ball players that I taught on pitching. Get that leverage. That one misses outside.
Yeah, and that's as long as you change it up with runners on base, because
right.
That's the thing. You have that high leg kick. That's one thing I notice. If I see that, guys, we're running. Let's go.
Yeah. That one misses low, so the count goes full once again at 3-2. And here's the pitch by Foster. That one fouled off there by McLaughlin. He was 0 for 1 here this evening. Came into the game batting .400 as he was 2 for 5. That one fouled off by McLaughlin.
He's battling. That's what you want to see. He's battling. Even though he has a big swing, I mean, big cut, he's got great hand-eye coordination to keep battling right here.
So we still have a full count here. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That one hit down the first base side. It's going to be foul. That one just misses inside, so McLaughlin will be on with the base on balls.
That was a great at-bat.
That was great at-bat. Not only that, but that was a close pitch. To be able to take a pitch like that on a 3-2 count and know that it was going to be a ball.
Well, when you're down in the count, you battle, and take ball, and then get a walk, draw a walk. That's pretty impressive.
That brings up the left fielder, number 33, Dylan Dryland. Dryling struck out his first time as he made the second out of the inning in the second. Did come in batting .200. He was 1 for 5. First game. So McLaughlin will be on at first base with no outs. That one is fouled off by Dryling. Count will now go to no balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, it was just a little late on that swing right there. It's a away pitch.
I can't tell, but is it raining out there? Looking at the lights there, that might be the reflection of the lights.
Yeah, I think it's just the rays. They got the new lights out here.
Ball hit to the second baseman. We tried to tag the runner
Whoa.
and was not able to tag it, then throws the ball to first base and not going to be in time. So Dryling will be on. McLaughlin, as he was going by the second baseman, tried to make the tag. That was Murashing and did not make it. So then he only had one other play, and that was to go to first, and that was not in time.
Yeah, I mean, right there, you try to put that tag. You got to see once he's by, you go in and get the out. Just get an out.
Due up now is the center fielder, number 8, Leo Geminian.
That was good hustle there.
And laid down by Geminian. Third baseman was able to get to that. That's Larson, and goes over to first base for out number 1. So a sacrifice bunt there by Geminian. Moves McLaughlin to third base and Dryling over to second. And boy, you can tell a big difference on the good teams, because they do all the fundamental stuff like in this situation where you have guys at first and second, you're going to lay that bunt down.
And it's just one thing I never understand why guys don't want to do it. Why I guess it's not fun or something, but it can change a game. You're trying to win a game, and you're doing whatever it could take. And I always say it's like a toolbox of all your talents, with everything, hit and run. I mean, if you could have a checklist of that, that's going to help you win games.
That brings up Grit, first baseman. First pitch was ball. That one misses inside, and ball gets away. And here comes McLaughlin from third base, and Dryling moves to third. So a run scores.
It's like a wild pitch right there.
Hayes Larks on that wild pitch. So the score now 3-1 in favor of the Studs, as the Hayes Larks have now scored here in the top half of the fourth inning on that wild pitch.
And again, that bunt helped right there. He moved him over third base.
Foster's pitch. That one lifted to the right-hand side, but it's going to be out of play as it goes over the first base dugout.
So we still have a long way to go in this game, don't we, Frank?
Yes, sure do. 2 balls, 1 strike. And here's the pitch. That one call strike, and the count will even up now at 2-2. Yeah, I wish you would have said that because that just made me think. It's 11 o'clock now, and we've still got a long ways to go. And I have to be back at 8 o'clock for the 9 o'clock game tomorrow.
It's a good thing you're young.
Oh, yeah. I think that ship has sailed. It is 3-2 now, full count. I wish I could remember that ship.
Yeah.
That one hit hard to the right-hand side. And second baseman going out, but the right fielder finally calls him up. That's Riker. Makes the catch.
Well, ball got by. Oh, there's the pitcher. Good job. There's a good backup right there.
Yeah, well, that's exactly why you have guys doing that backup. The throw was into home and got past the catcher, but the pitcher was able to crawl it down. So we have 2 down now. And that will bring up the catcher, number 5, Jackson Halter.
Like we said, it's all about execution. Tried to hit the sac fly, just didn't hit it far enough.
Here's the pitch. So we do have one runner on at third base. First pitch misses for ball 1.
Yeah, Halter, he walked in the third inning.
And Foster's trying to get out of doing any more damage here, but that's going to be in the gap, and that's going to go to right field. And scoring from third base will be Dylan Drellin. And the score now is 3-2 in favor of the Studs. But the Hayes Larks have scored 2 runs here in the top half of the 4th inning. Nice job there by Halter as he records his first hit of the game and an RBI. And that will bring up the shortstop, number 3, Austin Jaslov.
Yeah, I was going to say Halter right there kind of just rolled over, but he hit it hard on that fastball. Got the bounce, right, a couple of bounces right there, right through the infield.
So Jaslov is up on a swing and a miss there by Jaslov. The count goes no balls, 1 strike. Runner on at first base with 2 down. 3-2 now the score. Studs over the Larks.
Jaslov had a base hit in the third inning.
That one hit hard into left field. Left fielder backing up. That's Terry moving to his left and able to corral it for out number 3. But not before the Hayes Larks. They scored 2 runs on a 1 hit. No errors and 1 left on base. So at the end of 3.5, it is the Seattle Studs 3 and the Hayes Larks 2. And we'll be right back.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
Seeing the world of energy differently means looking forward and innovating now. It's why we've invested in a next-gen infrastructure, one capable of providing energy to you more dependably than anything before it, so you can focus on what matters most. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Ditterfield for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we're moving down, up to the top, bottom half of the 4th inning.
There you go.
My bad. For some reason, I got confused there for a second.
A lot going on around here. So definitely. Frank was going to say there's 230-some people watching us, but there's one special guy I'd like to shout out, Derek Varamontes. And you know the Varamontes family from Lions, good friends, and he sent me. He's watching us and saying we're doing a great job.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear some comments from our viewers. And like I say, we hope once we quit stumbling over some of the words that I'm supposed to say, that you enjoy the broadcast. As we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning, 3-2 is the score in favor of Cheney Studs over the Hayes Larks. Due up now for the Studs will be the shortstop, number 18, Nathaniel De La Cruz.
Well, we do have a new pitcher.
You say we do have a new pitcher?
Yep.
Okay.
Hunter Parker.
Hunter Parker is now the new pitcher.
Whoa,
and first
pitch.
thing he does is he hits De La Cruz in the back. So De La Cruz will be on at first base as a hit batsman. Second time reaching the bases. He reached on a base hit the first time. That will bring up the second baseman, number 8, Hannah Murashan.
And Hunter Parker is from Aurora, Colorado, but he plays at Fort Hays State.
And what number do you got for him?
24.
24, thank you. That one misses low for ball 1. So the count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Murashig.
And he's the 9 hole right here, and he had that base hit RBI. That was back in the second inning. So
1 ball, no strikes, and squaring over to bunt does not go. That was outside for ball 2. 2-0 now the count to Murashig. De La Cruz reached as a hit batsman here to start off the bottom half of the fourth inning. Now bunt is down by Murashig, and Parker does go over to first base, so we're going to have a sacrifice bunt there by Murashig as De La Cruz moves over to second base, and it is a 1-3 put out for the first out. We'll bring up the right fielder, number 10, Landon Riker.
Yeah, like I said, I love doing that because now you got the top of the lineup up, and usually top lineup are your best hitters. I mean, everybody knows that when you put a lineup together. So you're setting that up, and you got the runner in scoring position now.
You got him in scoring position, and not only that, but a pass ball, and it gets him even closer. You know, you never know. That's why that bunt is so important. That went into the ground. I'd like to say, I almost threw that one away. I almost read you the script.
There you go. That's a great stop there.
Yeah, great stop there by the catcher for Hayes. Halter. There, they finally got the right there. Count is 1 ball, 1 strike now. That one's a called strike. And Hunter Parker now on. We'll give you the final numbers here for Cade Brown here in just a second. That was swing and a miss there by Riker.
Yeah, that was a good fastball. It was up right there. Good fastball. Riker could not get around on that one.
Brown went 3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned run, 2 base on balls, had 3 strikeouts as he faced 16 batters.
He threw quite a few pitches.
That one was in the ground. Another nice stop there by Halter. Now
Yes.
goes 2 balls, 2
That's
strikes.
it. We've seen some good catchers, man. I mean, look like hockey goalies out there diving around and everything, but they're making some great stops.
Well, you know, the other thing I've noticed is not only the great stops, but boy, they hustle.
Yep.
They just, there's a up the shaft there and coming straight
whoa,
down.
whoa, whoa.
Somebody going to call it or
Oh.
not? No. Looks like both runners
And nobody's
running to
over
each
third.
other.
Wow.
The, first baseman just ran right over the second baseman.
And
Gruitt just knocked Tanner Rice down,
that was
knocked his hat off, and tried to get that. Like I say, nobody just called it. They just thought they were going to get it, and pretty soon one guy falls over the other.
yeah, there's nobody at third base, but Jaslev ran over there. Good hustle, good thinking right there to prevent the runners from going.
So Riker will be on with a base hit, looks like. That will bring up center fielder number 3, Peyton Smith. And that's tough because when you give good teams, that ball goes by the catcher, Halter, And so both runners will advance as De La Cruz now moves to third base and Riker moves to second. When you give good teams 4 outs in an inning,
you can't do that.
You just can't do that against good teams. Doesn't matter what team you are. And now they're going to discuss something.
Yeah, we're kind of blocked out a little that we couldn't really see.
Got it blocked out, and they might be talking about that ball would have been fouled off or something. I don't know if that's what they're saying. Not exactly sure what they're discussing, but looks like everything's the same.
Yeah, I think Ben's going to hear booing. One side's going to be booing, the other one's going to cheer him. So it's a tough position to be in as an umpire.
So no balls, 1 strike now to Peyton Smith. And we got De La Cruz at third. And Riker on at second base. That one in there for a ball, so that will even up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. 3-2 is the score in favor of the Studs, but they are threatening here with only 1 down. A swing and a miss there by Peyton Smith, and that will take the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And by the way, Peyton Smith is 1 for 2. Did get that base hit RBI in the second inning.
That one misses inside. So the count will even up now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He was batting .400 coming into this ball game. He's got a chance to improve that just a little bit here. Here's the pitch. That one is fouled off there by Smith. He got a piece of it.
That's what I always call trying to get some separation. Get a couple. You get a base hit right here, maybe 2 more runs.
So 2-2 now the count to Peyton Smith, center fielder here this evening for Seattle.
But then you look at it, frankly, the infield's playing back. So even if you roll over, you're going to score.
That one hit deep into left field. Left fielder moving to his left. Looks like he's going to be able to get to it, but the tagging up from third base will be De La Cruz. And the ball gets by the third baseman, but not far enough to where Reichert's going to have to stay there. So a sacrifice fly there by Smith now makes the score 4-2. Good job of hitting there.
Yeah, that's execution again. I don't know how many times I use that word, but that's the word.
That will bring up the left fielder, number 16, Braden Terry.
And Terry's 0 for 1. He did walk, and then he had a backward K in the second inning.
So 4-2 now the score. Riker on the second with 2 down. Here's a pitch by Parker. That one misses for ball 1. Notice that left fielder's playing in quite a bit, and the center fielder is a little bit deeper. And there's a swing and a miss there by Terry. As the count will even up now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
I tell you, we've seen some pretty big cuts. I mean, we get some guys taking some good swings, and that's early. I like that early in your approach right there. And then when you get 2 strikes, maybe shorten it up, put it in play.
It's a 1-1 pitch now by Parker. That went in the ground, and good stop there by Halter. Kept Riker at second base. 2 balls, 1 strike now to Braden Terry. Third time up here in the ball game. He reached on a base on balls and then had a strikeout in the second. You said it was a backwards.
Backward K. That's that's looking. Exactly. Explain that to somebody that know that, but backward K.
A backward K, it means he went down looking. That one is fouled off along the third base dugout.
Well, you're talking about Halter. I mean, he's been diving all over. His white uniform is pretty dirty there.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. to Braden Terry. And here's the 2-2 pitch by Parker. That one inside. We're going to go full now at 3-2.
It is amazing. You hear the crowd like a ball like that. You hear, oh, come on, then somebody, it's like.
Well, I can't see home plate, and I can tell
yeah.
that was the way
that was
inside.
But you hear somebody, oh, come
from
on.
Here.
Got a lively crowd again.
So full count now to Terry. Check swing that was not able to check. Went across for out number 3. That's a strikeout. But not before the Studs score 1 run. So at the end of 4 innings of play, it is the Studs 4 and the Larks 2. The NBC World Series, powered by Evergy, is brought to you by Visit Wichita and by Hooks Bats, providing quality hand-turned maple and ash bats for amateur players across the country.
Thinking about starting your next home improvement project? Make sure you call 811 before you dig. Once you call 811, wait a few days for the utilities to mark your yard with paint or flags so that you don't unintentionally dig into an underground utility line. Hitting a buried line can disrupt your neighborhood's utility service, cost money to repair, or cause serious injury or death. Southern Star asks you to protect your community. Dig safely. Call 811.
Hi friends, Phil Nightingale, General Manager of Mel Hamilton Ford. Are you looking for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Something dependable, something you can count on? Then look no further.
With the largest selection of certified pre-owned vehicles in the state, we know you can find what you're looking for. Not looking for a Ford? No problem. Mel Hamilton Ford offers a wide selection of other vehicles. Kia, Toyota, Chevy, Dodge. Every payment, every price. Let our experienced sales team find the perfect vehicle just for you. Mel Hamilton Ford, taking care of customers since 1984. Experience the difference.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Detter Field for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy, as we go to the top half of the 5th inning. Batting is the second baseman, number 2, Tanner Rise. First pitch is in there for a strike. So no balls, 1 strike now to Tanner Rice.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2 with a base hit and a strikeout.
And Bryce Foster now in his 5th inning of work.
He's got to be approaching pretty much 70 pitches.
He's got exactly 70 pitches on that last pitch. That one misses inside a breaking ball. So the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Tanner Rice. So Rice is 1 for 2 here this evening, as you just said.
Well, he kind of struggled that last inning, and they scored the 2 runs. We'll see how he bounces back here.
Break the ball in there for a called strike, and Rice goes down looking.
I say he bounced back pretty well right there.
For out number 1.
Nice off-speed pitch.
Brings up the right fielder, number 3, Jack Torson.
Yeah, he into double play the first inning, and then he did get a base hit.
I believe that's supposed to be Torosian.
Torosian?
Yeah, I believe that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah. We're going to try that. Hopefully we didn't offend the family members.
No, we do have a lot of Hayes people watching tonight.
Well, not only that, I'm very sticky on trying to get names right, because my name is Martinez, and I've heard many people call me Martinez. And
you won't believe what I've been called. It's been something weird back in the days.
I just call you Carv.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, it's just a lot easier.
Well, you've got one of those names that's not spelled the way it looks. There's a foul ball into foul territory right in front of the third base dugout, and not able to get to it. They overran it a little bit. Of course, it's muddy right there in front of the third base dugout.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple times today.
So Tarosian goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Boy, we've seen some mile-high pop-ups.
It was. And that's why that one that was hit in the infield, going up the shaft there, looked like it was straight up and straight down. Used to be.
We get above the lights and then have to find it.
There's now the foul ball there by. Well, now this is number 1 instead of number 3. So did I miss something there?
No, it's number 1. You just put the wrong number down in the line card.
Okay, so it is number 1. Okay. So the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes.
At least we're right on some, Frank. That's what I'm saying, right? Man.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss, high fastball.
Okay, so we have 2 down now. And that will bring up the third baseman, number 12, Palmer Hutchinson.
Yeah, we were just talking about Foster bouncing back after that last inning. I think, Frank, he's looking pretty good right now.
Well, Hutchinson is struggling as he struck out his first 2 times up.
And this is what we talked about the third time around, like what's Hutchinson, what's some of the hitters figured out, unless all of a sudden, you got Foster who's throwing some different pitches, but he's coming after him with some fastballs.
Ball hit the shortstop, goes to first. What a great play there by the shortstop. De La Cruz over to Rodriguez as he went deep in the hole on the right-hand side.
He jumped up like they were a cheater on that, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Well, we had one play like that at third base today in that last game. As the ball was hit hard, knocked him down to his bottom, and he's
still got up.
He didn't get up. He threw it in that from that position, and he threw it to first base. Threw a strike to first base, got him by 2 steps.
That's arm strength right there.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to take a break. Okay, we'll keep talking then. All right, so the top half of the 5th inning, they score no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So at the end of 4.5 innings of play, it is the Studs 4 and the Larks 2. We're going to stay right here, Carv. And beautiful evening here. I believe it's probably going to be like 60 degrees here now, but if I take a good look, because the temperature was 70 when we got started. It is 69 now. I think last night it got down to 67.
Yeah,
I
you and I were sitting there going, wow, there's a little more breeze.
Yeah, well, you can see the flag moving now just as you speak. And just a beautiful night here for baseball here in Hutchinson, Kansas. We hope everybody that's watching us, we want to shout out to you somehow, just to let you know that we appreciate you, and we hope that you're enjoying the action here this evening. And we'll go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Due up is the first baseman, number 26, Kyle Rodriguez. That one, a foul ball by Rodriguez, as the count will go to no balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, and he's 0 for 2. He struck out in the first and flew out to right field in the third.
Rodriguez came in batting 200 for this game.
Whoa.
Oh, right at you, Carl.
That was right there. Had my glove ready.
He did have his hand up.
Right.
Luckily, we have a net right in front of us.
Well, I got this young man here to protect me, so, I mean, you'd protect me, wouldn't you?
No. He said no. He's
smart man.
He was hiding behind the pillar. Yeah. All right, that one just misses as the count will now go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, that's one thing I've learned at Lawrence Dumont Stadium back in the days when we used to play at Lawrence. I had many balls. If you had your head down doing your job and the foul ball came at you, you better be paying attention. There's many times we always had the windows open.
Right, that's what I remember. I remember that.
And many times we had balls fly in wondering what the heck was that? Well, because, like I say, we had our heads down. That one misses low, and the count will go to 3 balls and 2 strikes.
See, Frank, that's what I like. I think the fans out there just love to hear some of your stories about the NBC. A lot of people aren't, they just came on as fans.
I've written some stories and posted some. That one misses outside, and Rodriguez will reach on the base on balls. That will bring up the catcher, number 19, Will DeForest. I think the funniest one I can remember, not only besides that, I always try to get the names correct, and I think I've told this story before, where I would go out there and talk to the coach, and couldn't remember the kid's name. I don't know if I've said it this year or not, but I know I've told you this many times. That one is fouled off there by DeForest. Anyway, I go to the first base side, and coach keeps walking in, and he is now facing right field, and I'm facing home plate. And I said, Coach, he finally stops, and I said, Coach, how do you pronounce this name? And he puts his hands up like he's yelling at somebody out at right field. There's a pop up to the left side. That's going to be foul. So the count is no balls, 2 strikes now to DeForest. Anyway, he says, hey, so-and-so, how do you say your name? And all I hear behind me is this guy say, hey, Coach, is it okay if he calls me Bubba?
Bubba.
I didn't know the kid was standing right behind me. He was 6'11", about 280 pounds.
Oh, wow.
I look up at him and I said, young man, I'll call you anything
right.
you want me to call you.
That is right. That's exactly it.
So the count is no balls, 2 strikes. And I couldn't tell you what his name. I just remembered it looked so weird to me. I never knew what it was. And that looks like Rodriguez still second base as the throw is down, but on the second base side. So nice job there by Rodriguez. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, being aggressive right here. Well, that's like I said, Frank, you got plenty of those stories. I've gotten to work with you now and heard them. I said, man, I guarantee you a lot of people like to hear those. I mean, there's.
So 1 ball. Well, this is my 28th year.
28th year.
Of being either the PA announcer or play-by-play, and took on play-by-play about 6-7 years ago. That one misses outside. And I'll tell you, it's 2 different animals.
Right.
Play-by-play and PA. But this is my 28th year of PA announcing, at least. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to DeForest. As we have a runner on at second base. No outs. Ball hit to the right-hand side. The second baseman, Rice, goes over to first to goal. And for out number 1. And moving over to third base is Rodriguez. That's exactly what you want.
Right.
If you're not going to lay bunt down or not get a base hit, you want to hit the ball to the right-hand side.
Well, I think on his bunting, he was trying to go for the base hit, but like we talked about before, that you just square around and get the bunt down, but he didn't. Fouled off 2 of them. But then guess what? That was a jam shot, and he inside-outed it and did exactly what he needed to do, got the runner at third.
So now batting will be the third baseman, number 14, Charlie Larson, and the infield does come in as they're trying to keep another run from scoring as they are down 4-2. A hard hit ball, foul. Thought it was going out to right field at first, and then noticed it flying over our heads here.
Yeah, Larson's 0 for 2, had a base hit, scored the first run in the second inning, then flew out to first base in the third.
You said 0 for 2, but I think you meant 1 for 2.
Oh, 1 for 2. Sorry, 1 for 2.
Yeah, I knew what you meant. So no balls, 2 strikes, as that one is fouled off. So the count is no balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Runner on at third base here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. 4-2 is the score in favor of the Studs over the Larks. Pitch misses high. Oh, it looks like it did hit him. Yep, hit him right in the wrist area.
Yeah, that's a tender spot right there.
Yes.
That's
right on the thumb, between the thumb and the wrist, looks like.
Yeah, there was no doubt on that one.
Yeah, no doubt. That sounded like it hit. Wasn't sure what happened there.
And that's what umpires do. They'll go by sound right there.
Yeah, more. I could hear this. You could tell it was not the bat there. So moving over to first base as a hit batsman is Larson. Still at third base is Rodriguez. And that will bring up the designated hitter, number 29, Ethan Rhodes.
Yeah, and I have Rhodes 1 for 2. Base hit again in that second inning on the right side, and then striking out in the third. He's got a great opportunity right here. Let's see what they're doing now. They're playing the infield, middle infield for double play.
The corners are in.
Yep.
The first baseman is holding Larson.
Well, third base goes back to double play. Deb, right there, even up.
Rhodes backs off as timeout was called. And Parker ready to go. That fastball misses low and outside for ball one. Count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Rhodes. We have Rodriguez on at third base as you reach on the base on balls. Moved over. He got a stolen base and then moved over to third base on a 4-3 play. And then Larson just got hit, so that puts runners on at first and third. Now the Hayes calls timeout as they're going to go out and talk about it. So I need to let you know that the first inning for the Studs, they scored no runs, and they scored 3 runs in the second, no runs in the third, and 1 run in the fourth to get that 4 runs. They are 4 runs with 5 hits and no errors. The Hayes Larks scored no runs in the first, none in the second, none in the third, 2 in the fourth, and no runs in the fifth. And they have 2 runs with 3 hits and 1 error.
Yeah, they're bringing in
a new pitcher?
New pitcher.
Okay. And it'll be number 22, I heard. Caden Hare.
Caden Hare.
Okay.
From Phoenix City, Alabama. 5'10", 155, and he plays his ball at Central Alabama Community College.
And I believe it's Har.
Har?
It might be Har, yeah. But it's Hare?
They do say it's Hare.
Okay, they do say it's Hare. Okay.
He gets charged against Parker. All other action is Harris.
Yeah, Parker just seemed to kind of lose it there, but
used to have a guy that went to school with was spelled that way and it was pronounced Har. Yeah, but you know that's another funny story I got. I also do high school games, and I was announcing game between Valley Center and Newton, and both guys were wearing number 10, and both names were spelled the same. One was Simon, and for Newton was Simon, but for Valley Center it was pronounced Simon, and for Newton it was pronounced Simmons. And so, but they were both guarding each other. It was called basketball. So I had to remember that whenever they made a basket go in one direction, it was Simmons, and the other one was Simon.
That'd be tough.
So that'd
be tough. That was going to be during the course of a game.
Yeah, it's of course a little bit quicker action,
but I think it's right here in this game. It's like you were talking about the urgency that they have right now. You know, they're not going to mess around. I mean, Parker's kind of lost it a little right here. So they're right now hoping Hare is the guy that can come in and get him out of this end and get a double play.
So Hare comes in, and he's got runners on at first and third with 1 down. And here's the pitch. First pitch, and try to foul off by Rhodes. Tried to lay down a bunt, I should say, and it fouled it off, so the count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's the thing. If you can execute that and push that bunt, it's on 100%. You're going to score that run.
There goes the runner at first base, Larson. The throw down to second base gets away from the shortstop, and the run's going to score from third base. That's Rodriguez, and Larson moves over to third base. So we do have a stolen base by Larson, and then an error on the throw. Moves him over to third base. So the score now is 5-2 in favor of the Cheney Studs. And the count is 3 balls, 1 strike now to Rhodes. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning.
And the infield comes back in.
Back in to try to prevent that run scoring at third base. Swing and a miss there by Ethan Rhodes. And that will take the count to full now at 3-2. Well, you know, that's why you attempt stuff like that, like that steal. Try to make them to make a good play. That one misses low and outside for ball 4, so Rhodes will be on at first base. Same situation we just got out of.
They'll go back to double play depth.
With runners on at first and third and one down. That will bring up the shortstop, number 18, Nathaniel De La Cruz.
He's having a great game defensively and offensively. He's 1 for 1. Got hit with a pitch.
There's a swing and a miss there by Cruz. Just a little bit ahead of that pitch. As the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. And by the way, I just wanted to tell all those families out there of these ball players, they're out here having a blast. That one hits the outside corner across the knees as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes. So if you're not here at the ballpark to join them or here in Kansas, just want you to know that they are having a good time here playing this game that we love and that they love. That one misses outside for ball 1. So the count will now go to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You're great because I know a lot of teams had trouble just keeping players playing all summer, which is unbelievable because you want to play as much as you can. These guys, they love to play baseball, and they're here.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and here's the pitch. That one hits right back to the pitcher. Pitcher makes it tough. Looks like Larson was coming in home. Hare did throw to second base to get the force out, was trying to get that double play, but not in time as De La Cruz is a speedster, and he beat out that throw. So another run scores. That makes it 6-2 now. But the runner is out at second base, and that was Rhodes. So that is a 1-4 play for the second out. That will bring up the second baseman, number 8, McKenna Murashan.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Hare, that's kind of a play. It's kind of like audible. You know, you're thinking double play, but when that runner's around there, I would probably just go for that runner. To me, the runner's scoring is more important than that double play at that time. But, you know, they were thinking double play. He probably didn't think somebody was going to break like that from third base.
So De La Cruz reaches on a fielder's choice, and there goes De La Cruz to second base. He's going to have a stolen base as that throw goes out into center field, but not advancing is De La Cruz. So stolen base for De La Cruz. And now they have a runner on at second base with 2 down. And, boy, you can tell, like I say, all these good teams are just so aggressive.
Yeah, that's I think you need to be.
They try to find that weak spot and just take advantage of it, and that's exactly what good teams do. 6-2 now the score. That went into the ground, and another great job there by the catcher.
And I don't care if it's summer ball or summer ball or a college, you know, it's recruiting. What kind of players, what kind of style do you want to play? And you can tell what Seattle does. They got guys that they play the game the right way. They're going to play hard. They're going to move. They're going to, like I said, steal. They're going to bunt.
Check swing, and they say he did go. So it's a strikeout for out number 3. But not before the Cheney Studs scored 2 runs. So at the end of 5 innings of play, it is the Studs 6 and the Larks 2. The NBC World Series, powered by Evergy, is brought to you by Southern Star, always reminding you to call 811 before you dig, and by Mel Hamilton Ford, taking care of customers since 1984. Experience the difference. We'll be right back.
What you should expect when you come here is a cadre of instructors that are eager to educate you in the traditions of the fire service, the duties, the job, and everything that is encompassed within what it means to be a firefighter.
A vehicle is one of the most important investments you'll make, which is why you need both a vehicle and a dealership that you can trust. At Davis Moore, we made a decision long ago to be nothing but honest, to obsess over customer service and to show nothing but respect for every person who walks through our doors. These core values have kept Davis Moore active in the Wichita community for over 65 years. Come see us at any Davis Moore location or check us out online at davis-moore.com.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Desert Field for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. As we go to the top half of the sixth inning, 6-2 is the score in favor of the Studs over the Larks. Due up is the designated hitter number 30, Ben McLaughlin. And Foster ready to go to work in his sixth inning of work. That first fastball in there for call strike one.
Yeah, McLaughlin is 0 for 1. Line drive right to right fielder out, and then he also walked.
That one misses low for ball one, so the count will even up now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
But he is responsible for one of the 2 runs he did score there in that 4th inning.
That one misses outside for ball 2, so the count will now go to 2-1. Well, we had some pretty good ball games here today, and this is no exception. We expected that. That one lifted to the left-hand side. It's going to be close to being out of play. The third baseman moves over, but runs out of room.
Yeah, I mean, it's been some exciting innings. I mean, that's what we've seen, too.
Well, the last ball game, you know, I think, 5-2.
Yeah.
They scored 5 runs in one inning.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've got a chance, we see ball games as we're calling them, but I finally went down to the stands and just sat there for a couple innings just to try to enjoy the baseball, you know.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I did. I was over here sitting there watching, enjoying it.
That one lifted into left field. Left fielder is backing up. That's Terry. Makes the catch for out number 1. So McLaughlin's out to 7 if you're scoring at home for out number 1. That will bring up the left fielder number 33, Dylan Drylane.
You know, you were talking about him playing shallow before, but he's also shifting over to the line, the left field line. So he gets some scout reports going right now.
So here is Foster's pitch, and that one's hit right over second baseman. Center fielder is coming in. That is Smith. Makes the catch for out number 2. That was a quick pitch there, and on 1 out, 1 pitch, 2 outs now. That will bring up the center fielder, number 8, Leo Geminian.
Yeah, he's 0 for 1. He did have a sac bunt, but he did strike out in the 2nd inning.
So 2 down now here in the top half of the 6th inning. There's a fastball, just misses outside for ball 1.
He's getting up there in his pitches too.
Yeah, he's got 87 pitches, I believe. That one fastball, that one brought it in just a tad, and that one's in there for call strike. And as that count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. That one breaking ball misses down in the ground for ball 2. So.
Well, and the one thing is the Seattle Cheney Studs, they'll go with I'm finding out they'll let their pitchers pitch extendedly.
Here's a 2-1 pitch now. That one a breaking ball, just check swing, and they're going to say no, he did not go, so the count goes to 3 balls and 1 strike.
I mean, I think it's because as long as they're efficient, you know, they get the lead, they're going to stay with him right here.
They're getting the outs, and that's the main thing. That's the name of the game. That one, a breaking ball is in there for call strike as the count will now go full at 3-2. Didn't take off very much on that, and almost looked like a fastball there, but
took enough off.
Just enough off to. And that one's in the ground, so Geminian will be reaching on a base on balls. First time on the base path here tonight. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 20, Garrett Grudd.
Yeah, and he's 0 for 2. Right now, grounded out in the 3rd and then flew out to right field.
So runner on at first base as Geminian reaches on a base on balls with 2 down now here in the top half of the 6th inning. 6-2 the score. Studs over the Larks if you're just now joining us. That ball to the left fielder. Left fielder Terry backing up towards center a little bit. Makes the catch for out number 3. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on base. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, it is the Studs 6 and the Larks 2, and we'll be right back.
What you should expect when you come here is a cadre of instructors that are eager to educate you in the traditions of the fire service, the duties, the job, and everything that is encompassed within what it means to be a firefighter.
A vehicle is one of the most important investments you'll make, which is why you need both a vehicle and a dealership that you can trust. At Davis Moore, we made a decision long ago to be nothing but honest, to obsess over customer service, and to show nothing but respect for every person who walks through our doors. These core values have kept Davis Moore active in the Wichita community for over 65 years. Come see us at any Davis Moore location or check us out online at davis-moore.com.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Desertville here in Hutchinson, Kansas for the 88th Annual NBC World Series powered by Evergy. Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, joined by Mark Cavala. Well, Mark, we got a good ball game here. 6-2 is the score in favor of the Studs over the Larks.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Larks get something going here right now. It's a 4-run game, and like we always talk about, as a coach, I always want to get that 5-run lead because a grand slam then can't hurt you. But right now, it's going to be tough to see what Hayes can do now if they can stop him. The Seattle Cheney Studs, and obviously they haven't. The last couple of innings been pretty tough.
Well, Hare came in the last inning, and I need to give the stats on Parker because I'm sure his family would like to know exactly what he did. He went 1 1/3 innings, gave up 1 hit, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 base on balls, 1 strikeout as he faced 8 batters. So now here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, first batter is right fielder number 10, Lyndon Riker. First pitch in there, strike 1.
And Riker's 1 for 3.
So Caden Hare in relief now. Here's the pitch. That one misses inside, and that will take the count now to 1-1.
Yeah, that's the thing in baseball. All of a sudden, it's like, yeah, we need to score, but we also need to stop this team.
There's still plenty of ball game left.
Yeah, there's plenty.
As long as you stay within range. That one, this misses inside as the count goes to 2 balls, 1 strike. As you can tell here was just a little bit disappointed they didn't get the call on that one.
It's just like you said earlier, that one inning can, like that last game, affected that game. One inning can affect this game.
Fastball misses high and inside as the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike. Top of the lineup here for the Studs. Ball hit to the third base side, and that's Hutchinson. Great toss there to Grohl. He went back past the bag and made a great toss all the way across for that first out. So a 5-3 put out for the first out. We'll bring up the center fielder number 3, Peyton Smith.
Yeah, Peyton Smith is also, he's 1 for 2 with a sack RBI, fly ball. That's 2 RBIs.
So 1 down. First pitch, the fastball misses outside for ball 1.
Yeah, and I'm sure Frank Leo, he wants to keep this game right here. So he's got some other guys out there, I'm sure, ready to go. Keep this game close.
Swing and a miss there by Smith as the count will even up now at 1-1.
It's always a tough call, Frank, as a coach, because you want to keep it close, but you don't know how long can I went through, I'd rather take a pitcher out too early than too late, and I figured that the hard way.
There's a swing and a miss there by Peyton Smith. That was the inside, and the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That one lifts straight up and looks like the third baseman, Hutchison, coming in. And he gets under it, makes the catch. Boy, he caught that right on his heel. You can see a lot of white there, but he did make the catch for the second out.
Yeah, I was going to just elaborate on that. So my first year as a head coach, I went out to take the pitcher out, and he talked me out of it. I'm fine, Coach. I'm fine. Okay. Next pitch, out. The guy hits it out of the park. So after that I said, no.
Got to go with your instinct.
Yeah, you got to go, and that's what I think coaches do. And Frank Leo, you don't have to tell him how to coach. He knows how to coach.
That brings up the left fielder, number 16, Braden Terry.
Yeah, Terry's 0 for 2.
Well, we were discussing that last night when they brought in the pitcher and he shut him out with bases loaded and went out.
Yeah.
And said how you can make moves like that and they can make you look like a genius, But then there's also times where they're going to say, hey, Coach, what are you doing?
Right.
The hard hit ball to the right-hand side. Rice bobbles that and not able to come up with it. That's going to be an error on the second baseman. So Terry will be on with an E4.
Well, I liked how he came around the ball. He came around, kind of, but then it just I don't know if he just lifted up a little or the ball went underneath, trickled under his glove.
It kind of swallowed him there, where it just kind of went up his wrist there and wasn't able to get to it. That will bring up the first baseman, number 26, Kyle Rodriguez.
Yeah, Rodriguez is 0 for 2.
Terry on at first. There's a swing and a miss there by Rodriguez. Count is no balls, one strike. 2 down here in the top half of the 6th. 6-2 the score in favor of the Studs over the Larks. That one just misses.
And what you brought up earlier, too, you don't want to give a good team more outs, extra outs. And now a bad team, you could do that and get away with it. But these two, you can't do that.
Yeah, I always try to tell my team that there goes the runner, Terry. And he's going to be safe, it looks like.
Yep. Didn't see any call there.
Stolen base there by Brayton Terry.
Yeah, they're being aggressive. That's which they should be. They're being successful, getting runners in scoring position.
Just good teams do that. Like I said earlier, you got to make them make the play. So runner now on at second base with 2 down. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Rodriguez. That one lifted to the right-hand side. The first baseman, Gould, was able to get to it for out number 3. So fly out to 3 for the third out. At the end of 6 innings of play, it is the Studs 6 and the Larks 2. And we do have a script here, so let me go to that. The NBC World Series, powered by Evergy, is brought to you by Visit Hutchison and BU Evergy.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
At Evergy, seeing energy differently starts with thinking differently about its impact and then committing to doing better every day. As we continue to expand our investment in renewable resources, capturing more wind, gathering more sunshine, we're able to generate power that's cleaner and provide it to you more affordably. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Deadert Field for the 88th Annual NBC World Series as we move to the top half of the 7th inning. We're going to have a new pitcher now for Seattle Washington's Cheney Studs. It will be number 32, Roy Robles.
Yeah, the lefty is from Hermiston, Oregon. 24 years old, 6 foot, 200 pounds. and he plays his ball at Western Missouri State.
So we'll give you the final numbers there for Foster. He went a total of 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 base on balls, 7 strikeouts as he faced 25 batters. So good night there for Bryce Foster. And now Robles comes in here in the top half of the 7th inning with the score 6-2 in favor of the Studs. The first batter he'll be facing will be the catcher number 5, Jackson Holter. Holter is 1 for 1 as he walked in the 3rd inning and got a base hit in the 4th with 1 RBI. Sorry, Carv, I thought you were doing something else.
No,
I was going to let you do that.
I'm just very. No, it's okay. It's okay. Keep me on my toes too. Just. Just checking to make sure we still have the fans out there. I was looking on there. It's pretty neat looking at the.
How many do we have?
Do
we still
200 and something.
Well,
so.
good. Like I say, we're glad that you're enjoying the game, and we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Well, it looks like we got a pinch hitter, number 7, coming in. Yeah, we've got number 7 coming in.
And that's Brady Evans.
So Brady Evans coming in to pinch hit.
From Broken Bow, Oklahoma, 5'10", 175. Northeastern Oklahoma State.
So Robles will be facing Evans. First pitch is the ball. Robles a left-handed pitcher, and Evans a right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. That one fastball misses high as the count now goes to 2 balls and no strikes. What time is it anyway? Almost midnight. 11:53. That ball in there for call strike as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Let's see what kind of moves that the coaches are going to do here, especially with the lefty pitcher now. See with the.
Here's Robles' pitch. That one misses just high, and the count will go 3-1.
And that's one thing they always have at Hayes Larks. I mean, they're playing them. They have a lot of depth. I mean, they had some guys. They play the main guys, but they still the players that they bring in are pretty high quality players.
Well, that's what you need here at the World Series. That one misses high for ball 4, so Robles walks the first batter. That's Evans. As Evans reaches on a base on balls. And due up now is the shortstop number 3, Austin Jaslov.
And Jaslov right there, he's 1 for 2, the base hit.
So runner on at first base, no outs, and here's the pitch. That one misses low for ball 1. As the count goes to 1 ball, no strikes.
And the whole thing, all Hayes trying to do, if they get a run, 2, I mean, just close the gap just a little.
Yeah, they got 3 more chances here. The Hayes does. That one is swing and a miss there by Jaslov. And that will take the count now to 1 ball and 1 strike.
See, sometimes I think players need to get it. We need to get it all back right now. We need to get the 4 runs now. You don't. You get 2 and then add on.
By the way, Carv, were you here for the feature game at the start of it? That one fouled off for the count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, for the feature game, we had the national anthem being sung. And guess who sung the national anthem? Andrew Burgos sung the national anthem, our producer, the one that puts all this together. And I'm going to tell you what, I was impressed.
I mean, what doesn't that guy do? I don't know.
Impressed. I didn't know he had the voice.
I didn't know.
Like somebody once told me, I'm sure glad that you sound the way you sound because you sound really good. You're good for radio because you don't have the face for TV. So I can't say that about him, right? He's a handsome young man over there.
Andrew Burks, it wouldn't surprise me if I hear him announcing on the mound. He'll be coming in and pitching or something. I mean, that guy does everything here.
Boy, I'm not kidding you. I was very impressed by his vocal cords and singing the national anthem. A great rendition of it. Full count now. We'll get back to baseball here, and that's ball 4. So Robles now walks 2 in a row.
And the thing is now, Frank, you got the top of the lineup. Have a little meeting out there.
So now the catcher,
now here's the situation here, Frank. Do you bunt him over? Do you get both guys over? I would take a strike. I mean, obviously he's take a strike at least.
Yep.
Right here. See if he's.
Well, DeForest does exactly what a good catcher does, and that's try to go out there and try to settle him down.
But that's what I would tell my hitter right now. Just take a strike.
I think we got pinch hitter.
Oh, do we have
number 4 coming in.
We'll see. I'd tell him that, though. Just
pitch just misses outside.
Yeah, this is Ben.
Fiorenzi.
Yeah, Ben Fiorenzi.
Fiorenzi,
Okay.
So Ben Fiorenzi will be coming in to pinch hit.
There you go. Now it takes strike. Now be ready. You can, but I might bunt him or whatever. But Fiorenzi's from Melbourne, Australia, 5'8", 180, and he plays ball at Arizona Western. Very good school there too.
So here in the top half of the 7th inning, runners on at first and second as Robles has walked the first 2 batters, no out. That one misses.
Wow.
For ball 2, so the count will now go to 2 balls and 1 strike.
That's one of those. How did it miss him? Because that ball came right out.
That was awful close.
How did he get out of that? How to get out of the way there?
Fiorenzi pinch hitting here for Rice.
You don't want to help him.
Robles pitch misses low and outside for ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike now to Fiorenzi. Not sure exactly what the umpires.
Mike Lentz went out there to talk to him. The
Talked to
umpire
him a little bit about something. 3-1 pitch now by Robles. Here's the pitch. That one fouled off there by Fiorenzi.
Yeah, we always say that 3-1's got to be in one spot, and honestly, that's what Fiorenzi must have thought it was right there. He does a good hack.
So it's fouled off, and the count goes full now at 3-2. Evans on at second base, and Jaslov on at first. Here in the top half of the 7th inning as the Hayes trying to do something here to close the gap just a little bit as the score is 6-2. That one fouled off.
And really, like I said, just look at these rosters, some good college teams that these guys come from. Top college teams. Like Fiorenzi, Arizona Western's really good.
Robles' pitch. That one hit right back to the pitcher. Is he going to go to first? Yes, he's going to go to first and almost overthrew it because he couldn't decide if he's going to go for the double play at first and then finally decided, you know what, I better just get one out. So he does. So it's a 1-3 put out. The runners do advance. Evans moves to third base and Jaslov moves to second. That will bring up the right fielder, number 1, Jack Tarosian.
Remind me of a quarterback doing a double pump, double fake.
That's kind of what it looked like.
Yeah.
That reminds me, it's not long before football season.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the pitch. That one's a wild pitch, but that goes right back to the catcher off the backstop here. So both runners have to go back to their bases. Evans at third and Jaslov to second. Not able to advance. The count is 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, that would happen sometimes. That hits that padding, comes right back. I remember one time when Lawrence Dumont hit one of the metal deals, came right back and threw at my guy right to the catcher, turned around right there. So you never know how it's going to bounce.
So Tarosian is up with the 1-0 count. And here's Robles' pitch. That one misses inside. And lows as the count will now go to 2-0. Robles just having a little hard time here trying to find the strike zone, isn't he?
Yeah, and I mean, you're looking at these Seattle, looking at the bullpen there. Definitely some guys stretching. They're going through exercises, whatever. So
that one right across the letters on the outside corner as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. So here's the 2-1 pitch. That one's in there for a called strike. Good fastball there by Roy Robles.
Yeah, he's bouncing back right there.
Well, that one there looked like he threw that with a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Almost looked like he was trying to place those other ones, and that one there, he just reared back and threw. So 2-2 is the count, and here's the pitch. There's a ball hit into right field. That's going to be out of play. Count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, when you have 2 strikes, go swinging anything close. But the thing is, look at the defense. You can see it up here. They're playing back. The infield I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're willing to give up that one run for an out.
But I think it's essential they do score a run right here.
Being up 6-2, and here's the pitch. A swing and a miss there. Great pitch there by Roy Robles to get that out as he records his first strikeout of the ball game, and that is the second out of the inning, and that's a big out there, Carv.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, that's what you wanted right there. If you're a Seattle Cheney Stud fan right there, big K right there. So we'll see what happens because they're number 3 hole.
Brings up the third baseman, number 12, Palmer Hutchinson.
Yeah, it's the 3 hole for him. He's 0 for 3, so.
There's a pitch. There's a swing and a miss there by Hutchinson. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Robles looks so much different the last 4 pitches than he did facing the first 2 batters.
Well, it's all about adjustments, and he's definitely made them right there.
He's just going back and just throwing, rearing back and throwing, and that's what you need to do. Good pitch there by Robles. There's a breaking ball. A good pitch there as that one hits the outside corner, and the count goes to 0 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, there's no coach that came out there to talk to him, really. I mean, he's making his own adjustments. He knows his body. He knows what he needs to do.
Yeah. Well, the adjustment is more, to me, it's more like the body said, hey, it's fine, time to do this, you know?
Yeah.
Because you can just see the confidence in it. There's a fastball that's high for ball 1. And like I say, the first 2 batters just looked like he was trying to place it more than anything, and now he's relying more on just his talent of the throw. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's getting the ball across with a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
There's a breaking ball and a swing and a miss, and the ball does get away from the catcher, but he is going to go to first base. But what a great job there by the first baseman, because Rodriguez had to take that on the bounce, was down on his bottom, and it bounced up, but he was able to hang on to it for the out, for the third out. So Robles strikes out the last 2 batters to get out of the jam with runners at second and third, and the top half of the 7th inning. The score is the Stars 6 and the Larks 2. And
there's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
At Evergy, seeing energy differently starts with thinking differently about its impact and then committing to doing better every day. As we continue to expand our investment in renewable resources, capturing more wind, gathering more sunshine, we're able to generate power that's cleaner and provide it to you more affordably. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Dennard Field in Hutchinson, Kansas for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. And we have a new pitcher now in for the Hayes Larks. It's going to be number 14, Sam Hendron. So Hendren now coming in to pitch here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. The score 6-2 in favor of the Seattle Studs. So once again, Sam Hendren now coming in to pitch.
A little about Sam. He's from Alexander City, Alabama. 6 foot, 160 from Central Alabama Community College. They have a couple of those guys, a few of those guys from that school. Hey, I got a shout out to a good buddy of mine, an old teammate of mine, Perry Bear Bruner. I think you've met him a few times, and from Stillwater, Oklahoma. He's watching us, and he's watching the game and says we're doing a good job here, Frank. So it's good to hear that. You know?
It is good to hear that from our viewers.
Right.
We're glad that he's tuning in.
Yeah, and I hope his health is good.
We went out to eat with him one time.
Yeah,
didn't we?
Bear.
I remember that.
The old Bear, yep. He's an old teammate of mine from way back, and heck of a ball player. Glad he's doing all right, staying up, watching him. Usually he's asleep. That's what we call him Bear because he's hibernating a lot. But no.
All right, so Hendren will be coming in, and first batter he'll be facing here in the bottom half of the 7th inning is the catcher, number 19, Will DeForest. And I'll give you Hare's final numbers here as soon as I get updated. Did you give me the stats on Hendren or not? That one is called it strike one.
Well, I can tell you about DeForest. He's up at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk.
All right, Hare went, let me give you his stats. He went 1 2/3 innings, gave up no hits, no runs, no errors, no base on balls, 1 strikeout as he faced 7 batters. So Hendren is now pitching for the Hayes Larks. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball just misses inside. And that will even up the count now to 2-2 to Will DeForest.
Yeah, that was a tough inning, the last one for Hayes, because hopefully they would score a run or two.
Swing and a miss there by DeForest as he goes down for out number 1.
Yeah, it was a good breaking ball right there.
And Hendren records the first strikeout. That will bring up the third baseman, number 14, Charlie Larson.
Yeah, Larson is 1 for 2. He was hit by a pitch, but he also scored twice. Yeah, he's got to figure out how to prevent Seattle from scoring anymore.
Ball lifted foul along the right-hand side, right over the first base dugout. So the count goes no balls, 1 strike now to Larson.
I mean, when you look at the scoreboard, you look at Seattle, they've scored in 3 of the 6 innings right there. So, it's got to keep these guys off the board. And like I said, it's a golden opportunity right there for Hayes, and just unfortunately couldn't get that big hit.
Well, so far the scoreboard shows for the Hayes Lark, they've scored 2 runs on 3 hits. They have got 3 errors. And the Studs have 6 runs on 5 hits and no errors. Here's the pitch. A breaking ball lifted foul as the count will now go to no balls and 2 strikes.
It's going to be interesting to see if you're talking to Frank after the game, kind of what his thoughts were going, with this team, because he knows these guys. They know each other all through the years.
Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, and it looks like a check swing, and it looks like they appealed it, but he said no.
His check swings are pretty tough, aren't they?
They are pretty tough.
Sometimes I go, man, I thought he went, but no, he didn't. Or you see the replays, especially in the major league games.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. All timeout, and we're set again. Hendren's pitch. Ball lifted to the right-hand side. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Nice job there by Charlie Larson as he just stuck his bat out.
It wasn't that bad a pitch. It was down and away, and he just stuck his bat out and just went with it.
Well, not only did he stick his bat out, but he records his second hit of the ball game with that. And that will bring up the designated hitter, number 29, Ethan Rhodes.
And Rhodes is also 1 for 2 with a base hit, and he scored, strikeout, and a walk.
So we have one down now with one on, as Larson just reached on a base hit. Here in the bottom half of the seventh inning, throw over to first base, but Larson's back safely.
Well, that'd be something that they might have talked about. Hayes talking about how aggressive they're doing. You know, change your looks.
Breaking ball just misses low and outside. This count goes to 1 ball, no strikes now to Ethan Rhodes. 2 for 3 here this evening. Batting .666. There's foul ball there by Rhodes. You know, we'll go to 1-1.
It's interesting when you're stealing bases, when you figure out some teams like to on the first pitch, you can pick that out, and then you do a pitch out or something like that. But you got to mix it up a little, change your looks.
There's another throw over to first base, but in safely.
Just keeping it back. And all you're trying to do, it's not really trying to pick off the guy. It's just trying to get in his brain that, hey, he's thinking about me. I better not take as big a lead, especially made for a double play.
So 1-1 now the count. And then ready to go, and that's in the ground. Good scoop there by Evans. Back behind the plate.
But I think what Seattle does really well is they distract the pitcher. You know, they believe me, he's thinking about him. He's thinking about the runner there.
Well, when you got speed, you can do that.
That's it. Yeah,
like I say, you just got to take advantage of what you got, your weapons. That one in there for call strike, and that will even up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And I was trying to explain to my team this summer because I think we're the fastest team, but I said you can't steal first base. So you got to get on. Once you get on, be aggressive. And they did a good job.
2-2 now the count. There's another throw over to first base. Almost had him leaning that time, looked like. But in safely is Larson.
Then it's a guessing game. Is he going to throw off speed pitch or whatever right here, but which is best to steal on.
There he goes. Nope. Oh, had me faked out there.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's you're getting in their heads. You could see it.
Well, you could tell that he was just like antsy to go, and then he faked like he was stealing. Took about 2 steps and just stopped. Count goes full now at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on at first base with 1 down. Here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 6-2 is the score. There's a breaking ball, and that is fouled off there by Rhodes.
I always like to see a stat, Frank. I thought about this years ago when I was coaching college. Is that a stat where on a fake steal, how many balls are thrown? Because it does distract the pitcher, you know. But that's, of course, I've never seen that. I never did it. probably could have had somebody do that. But I always thought that was kind of interesting because a lot of balls are thrown because that quick.
There's another toss over to first base, and safely is Larson. No cat mouse action going on.
Yeah, that's what it is right here. And
there it goes. This time he is going, and he is in safely. What was that called? Strikeout there?
Yeah, that's.
Looks like it was a strikeout on Rhodes.
Oh, they're trying to say catcher. It's like, oh, here we go.
And Frank Leo is arguing that maybe the batter interfered.
It was a strikeout, though, so that's one good thing right
It was
there.
a strikeout there on Rhodes. So that is out number 2.
Boy, the Hayes Lark fan, boy, you could hear them. They're, pretty loud.
And that will bring up the shortstop, number 18, Nathaniel De La Cruz.
Yeah, De La Cruz having a good game. It's 1 for 2.
With that stolen base, Larson's on at second with 2 down now. Breaking ball misses outside.
De La Cruz has an RBI, been hit by pitch and got on a fielder's choice.
One ball, no strikes now to De La Cruz. And we found out he's got a lot of speed.
Yeah.
That one hits the outside corner. That's the count. We'll now go to 1-1.
Speed just changes the game. If you hit it down and just the infielders rush, that's when they make mistakes, when you speed up the game.
Yeah, as well as I do, you coach this before, you put your speedsters at center field and at shortstop.
All right. But it's like any sport, though. If you speed something up, that's fast break in basketball. I mean, people make mistakes, or in football, the fast wide receiver, whatever. Speed just changes the game.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one misses low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Another shout-out I'd like to give out, and that is to the Circle of Love. They are Seattle Stud fans, and I'm sure they're here at the ballpark.
Oh, yeah.
But I do want to give that Circle of Love a little shout-out. They're come to every tournament and basically every game. Check swing there, but it looks like he did go. They're going to call a strike on him, and
now, see, I like what the catcher did there. He just gave a fake. You don't have to throw it. I see too many catchers sometimes, especially with 2 outs, throwing it center.
Center field, and then guy advances and scores or whatever,
Or throw it to first base, guys stay in the lead. Just fake it or something. You don't have to actually throw it.
So the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes now to De La Cruz. Fastball swing and a miss there by De La Cruz as he goes down for out number 3. And that is the 3rd strikeout for Hendren. And at the end of 7 innings of play, it is the Studs 6 and the Larks 2. And we'll be right. Oh, correction. We're going to have a little read here. The NBC World Series, powered by Evergy, is brought to you by Visit Hutch and BU Evergy.
Visit Hutch again. Fall for Hutch all over again. It's a perfect time of year to enjoy the outdoors. Learn a new hobby. Enjoy a beverage on a patio. And have fun doing some shopping. Hutch is the perfect place to enjoy fall activities and spend time with family. So visit Hutch again.
Seeing the world of energy differently means looking forward and innovating now. It's why we've invested in a next-gen infrastructure, one capable of providing energy to you more dependably than anything before it, so you can focus on what matters most. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Dennerville here in Hutchinson, Kansas for the 88th NBC World Series powered by Evergy. Due up now here at the top half of the 8th inning for the Larks will be the designated hitter number 30, Ben McLaughlin. And Robles is back in for his second inning of work.
And McLaughlin's 0 for 2. Did score on he got on a walk back in the 4th inning.
Ball hit hard down the first base side. It's going to be foul. As the count now goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice hard hit there by McLaughlin.
Yeah. Well, I remember in that second inning when he hit that hard line driver. It just happened to be right at the right fielder. He gets that barrel out there. He takes some big old cuts right here. Right now he just needs to figure out how to get on base.
6-2 is the score here as we're in the top half of the 8th in favor of the Cheney Studs. That one misses for ball 2. So evens up the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I was going to say about Robles, if you look, it's pretty even on the strikes and balls. But the thing is, he was way down on. He was throwing a lot of balls. He's settled in.
First 2 batters and then the start of the 3rd. There's a swing and a miss there by McLaughlin as Robles strikes out. McLaughlin for the first out. That is 4 straight strikeouts by Robles as he struck out the side. Or correction, that's the 3rd strikeout of the game. He had the last 2, I should say. That will bring up the left fielder, number 33, Dylan Dryling.
And I believe that's the 10th strikeout by the Larks.
That one fouled off by Dryling.
And they're usually a team that doesn't strike out that much, from watching all the years. That's according to my stats, but I'm usually I could be off, Frank. Oh, just hit him.
That hit him?
Yep.
Okay. So Dryling will be on at first base as the hit batsman. We'll bring up the center fielder, number 8, Leo Jiminian.
Yeah, and he's 0 for 1. He does have a sack bunt, and he also has a walk. And he struck out in the 2nd.
He walked the last time up in the 6th. Left stranded at first base. So Dryling on at first base with 1 down. Here in the top half of the 8th. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off by Jiminian.
And when Dryling right now, he doesn't need to take any chances. Don't get a big lead. Don't get picked off.
You're running out of innings, so
yep.
You got to do whatever you can to get yourself some runs to get back closer here with 2 more chances. The ball hit up the middle. That's going to be a hit there by Jiminian. A nice piece of hitting there.
That's a perfect hit.
And he's on with his first hit of the ball game. That moves Dryling over to second base. And that will bring up the first baseman, number 20, Garrett Groot.
Yeah, he's 0 for 3. You definitely say he's due. He's hit the ball pretty hard out in the outfield, F9, F7. Hard grounder to third base. It's the thing about baseball, Frank. It's not over till it's over. It's that last out. That's the thing you always preach. You play to the last out.
So we got Dryling on at second base now. Jiminian on at first with 1 down. Grid up. That one high, fastball for ball 1.
Yeah, they do have some guys in the bullpen there.
Here's the pitch. That one in there for call strike, and that will even up the count now at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now you look over in the bullpen, and geez, like they're doing some stretches, some of those. They're just getting ready like that. I don't see anybody throwing right now.
No, nobody's throwing yet. So we've got runners on at first and second, and there's the ball that's going to be fouled off here at home plate as the catcher has to track it down between home and third in foul territory. So that takes the count now to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
So Frank, you say you're not used to being up this late, huh?
Well, it's
12:30.
not quite that late. I used to stay up till at least 10 o'clock, 10:30 maybe. Every once in a while 11 on special occasions. But now it's just been 9:30, 10 o'clock, the latest. Of course, this week's been a different story.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, and everything's. I remember back in your disco days that you
were
talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
And life just changes, doesn't it?
You know what when you just said that, you know what the first thing that flashed in my head?
What's that?
Going out, doing a little disco, and then getting home at 5 o'clock in the morning when I had to be at work at 6.
Oh.
That's the first thing that flashed through my head. I've done that a time or two.
You can't do that anymore, Frank.
No, can't do that anymore. Count goes full now at 3-2. Yeah, you know what? I see some of the people out there that are watching this here tonight just smile because they used to do the same thing.
Oh, look at that.
A hard hit ball down to past the third baseman out to left field, but left fielder does come up, and Dryling's going to have to stop at third base. Jemenian will move to second. Good reaches on with a base hit. That was a hard hit ball there by Good.
Man, the last 2 hits have just been perfectly placed. I mean, you couldn't hit, the fungo bat. You couldn't hit any more accurate right there, just out of the reach of the infielders.
That will bring up the catcher, number 7, Brady Evans. Evans walked his last time up. This is the first batter that Robles faced when he came in. So we got bases full with 1 down. There's a swing and a miss there by Evans.
He took a cut. I mean, that's quite a cut. He's definitely getting the guys on base. Just can't get that big hit yet.
You know, I was just talking about how some of the people started laughing because it reminded them of what they used to do. And then there's some people that are watching, listening in, and said, "What is disco?"
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I know you did. You did disco with DJ, I guess.
I had to do a little bit of everything when I was DJing. That's correct. Count is no balls, 2 strikes.
But you also did around the clock with NBC, right? So
yeah, we did baseball around the clock for many years. Check swing there. Says no, he did not go. So the count will now go to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
The crowd's really getting into it.
Yeah, they are. They want those outs. Or not. I guess that's Hayes that was yelling, so they don't want that out.
No, they're going. No, he didn't swing.
Yep, he didn't swing. Drew it on at first. Jemenian at second, Dryling at third, and here's the pitch. That ball hit to the right-hand side. Second baseman Maurice Shane has only 1 play, and that is to first base. But a run does score, and that is Dryling coming in, making it 6-3 now. Jemenian is now on at third base. Drew it on at second. 4-3 is the put out for the second out. And that will bring up the shortstop, number 3, Austin Jaslove.
Yeah, and right now he is, 1 for 2. Does have a walk.
A fastball in there for call strike 1 on the outside corner. Robles has really impressed me here, especially after giving up the first 2 walks. He's come back and has really got himself under control. That one lifted foul as the count now goes to no balls and 2 strikes.
It looks like Seattle, they do have somebody throwing right now, so it's probably their closer.
We are in the top half of the 8th inning. 6-3 now is the score in favor of Seattle Studs over the Hayes Larks. But the Larks do have runners on at second and third with 2 down. Going to the count. That one in there for call strike 3. And Jaslove just takes a look at that as he watches that one go by, but not before. The Larks score 1 run on 2 hits. So at the end of 7.5 innings of play, it is 6-3, and we'll be right back.
Visit Hutch again. Fall for Hutch all over again. It's a perfect time of year to enjoy the outdoors. Learn a new hobby. Enjoy a beverage on a patio. And have fun doing some shopping. Hutch is the perfect place to enjoy fall activities and spend time with family. So visit Hutch again.
Seeing the world of energy differently means looking forward and innovating now. It's why we've invested in a next-gen infrastructure, one capable of providing energy to you more dependably than anything before it, so you can focus on what matters most. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Deadwood Field for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Everyday. This is Frank Martinez along with color commentator Mark Cavala. As we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning, we're going to have a new pitcher now. It's going to be Disney Hitter is moving to the pitching position. It is Ben McLaughlin will now be pitching for Hayes. Give you the stats here for Hendon.
Just going to say McLaughlin, from the Arkansas Razorback, but I mean, showing his, as a pitcher, first baseman, DH, whatever, but quite an athlete, it looks like. I mean, they have a lot of confidence right now to keep this game where it's at with 3 runs. And again, a lot left on base for the Hayes Larks. They've had some opportunities, Frank.
Hendon goes 1 inning as he gives up 1 hit, no errors, no runs, no errant runs, no base on balls. He had 3 strikeouts as he faced 4 batters. First batter that McLaughlin will be facing will be the second baseman, number 8, Kenna Murashank.
Yeah, and right now he's one for 2. A base hit, RBI in the third, and a sack bunt, and then a strikeout.
First pitch by McLaughlin's in there for call, strike 1, so the count goes to no balls, 1 strike. 6-3 now the score in favor of the Studs over the Larks. That ball down in the ground as the count will even up now at 1-1.
Yeah, I enjoy seeing the guys that can pitch and also hit, just good athletes.
Fastball misses low and outside as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
I think that's where everything's changed, because back in the day, you used to play everything. You used to play different positions. Now it's
ball hit to the third baseman. Third baseman comes in, takes a couple steps. A double pumps there a little bit. Hutchison was able to make the play for out number 1 as he goes over to goal. So a 5-3 put out if you're scoring at home for the first out. And that will bring up the right fielder, number 10, Landon Riker.
Yeah, Riker's 1 for 4 right now.
That went across the letters for strike number 1. 0-1 now the count. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 8th. 6-3. Looks like McLaughlin was ready to go, and Riker steps out.
It's almost like the quick pitch, just working real fast.
Breaking ball just misses as that will take the count now to 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one fastball misses outside, and the count will now go to 2-1. Fouled off down the third base side. So that will take the count now to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, like I said, it's Hayes Larks. I don't know. You know, they won that league, I take it, out in Colorado.
A swing and a miss there by Riker as he goes down for out number 2.
He just showed his off-speed stuff right there. His changeup right there is pretty nasty.
McLaughlin records his first strikeout. And that will bring up the center fielder number 3, Peyton Smith.
Yeah, Peyton Smith's 1 for 2. He does have an RBI that he had in the second inning on a base hit. Then he also had a sac fly RBI.
Fastball misses high and outside for ball 1 by McLaughlin, who's come in here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one fouled off and over the third base dugout.
You know, I've had guys play outfield and can pitch. I always said, if you can show me you can do it, do it. Well, it's going to help us win.
That one hit hard. That's going to be past the diving second baseman, who's going to his right out into center field. So Peyton Smith records his second hit of the ball game. Good hard hit there by Smith.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That will bring up the left fielder number 16, Braden Terry.
Yeah, Terry is 0 for 2, or 0 for 3, excuse me. He did walk in the first, struck out twice. Then
he did come into the ball game batting .333 with no home runs and 1 RBI.
Right. It's just tough. Like I said, the pitching's just been really good. I mean, just tough. And you don't know, like what you've seen like during the summer, like in that league they had in Colorado.
First pitch is in there, fastball for call strike 1. So Smith is on at first base with 2 down here in the bottom half of the 8th. 6-3 the score. Studs over the Larks. And here's McLaughlin's pitch. A swing and a miss there by Braden Terry.
But say the pitching that you might see in that league, and then you come here to the World Series against somebody like Seattle Cheney Studs. Wow, it could be a lot different. So, and I'm not saying anything, saying bad about the other leagues. Just man, this is where some of the best pitchers are right here.
That one misses high, fastball for ball 1, as the count will now go to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And you and I were talking about it earlier. I mean, a lot of these teams, they pick up pitchers too. They'll pick up players and position players, and they'll even be stronger when they come here.
Here's the pitch that's fouled off there by Terry. Well, not only do we get to do the games like this, but like tomorrow night we'll have a decent ball game, and the Liberal BJs and the Cheney Diamond Dogs.
Yeah, I mean, believe me, they've faced each other before.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have all the stats on that, but I mean, it's battles every time.
Throw over to first base in safely is Smith.
And Liberal also plays in that collegiate league out there in Colorado. Yep. So there's some good teams you face.
Well, we'll get to see 2. There goes the runner to second base. A double clutch there by Evans. And in with a stolen base is Peyton Smith. So he has put himself in position.
It was a little hesitation. Shortstop wasn't getting there quick enough to the cover.
Yeah, Evans kind of double clutched there a little bit, and by finally threw it, was not in time. 2-2 the count to Braden Terry. 6-3 is the score in favor of the Studs.
Michael Dean just announced right there that's the 6th stolen base. The 6th by Seattle. Like I said, they've been aggressive. You were talking about being aggressive earlier.
So full count now. The ball lifted into left field. Left fielder Dreiling backing up, makes the catch for out number 3. So the score at the end of 8 innings of play, it is the Cheney Studs 6 and the Hayes Larks 3.
Visit Hutch. Again, fall for Hutch all.
Go to commercial.
Visit Hutch. Again, fall for Hutch all over again. It's a perfect time of year to enjoy the outdoors. Learn a new hobby. Enjoy a beverage on a patio. And have fun doing some shopping. Hutch is the perfect place to enjoy fall activities and spend time with family. So visit Hutch again.
Seeing the world of energy differently means looking forward and innovating now. It's why we've invested in a next-gen infrastructure, one capable of providing energy to you more dependably than anything before it, so you can focus on what matters most. Reliable, sustainable, affordable energy that puts you first. That's everything to us. Evergy, the utility company.
And we welcome you back to Hobart Deadwood Film for the 88th Annual NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, along with Mark Cavella, our color commentator, as we go to the top half of the ninth inning. The score is the Seattle Washington Cheney Studs 6 and the Hayes Kansas Larks 3. Ben Harlow was brushing the plate off, and the horn goes off. Everybody just kind of looks at him. All right, we're ready to go. Here, the first pitch there by Robles is called ball one, as Fierenzi should be the pinch hitter here, as he came in last inning. That one just misses high, as the count now goes 2-0.
You know, and you got to look at it. You're 3 runs down. You've had runners on there pretty much almost, well, the last few innings. 1 or 2 runners just have to get that big hit.
That one in there for call strike, as the count now goes to 2 balls and 1 strike.
They're definitely sticking with Robles right now.
The 2-1 pitch here by Robles. Fastball misses high, as the count now goes to 3-1.
Keep looking in that bullpen right now.
Yeah, they're getting up now, taking off their jackets and going to get busy, looks like. So 3 balls, 1 strike now. And that one is in there for call strike.
Fans didn't like that one. The inside pitch right there. He was getting ready to go.
I thought that was ball 4, but that looked pretty good from my angle anyway.
Yep.
So 3-2 pitch. Here it is. Ball hit to the shortstop. Shortstop takes it on 1 bounce. That's De La Cruz over to Rodriguez for out number 1. So a 6-3 put out for the first out.
No, he's a pretty smooth infielder, isn't he? Just good hands. Get the ball right in front. He funneled it in. His foot, just nice little straight throw.
And we'll bring up the right fielder, number 1, Jack Tarosian.
Yeah, Tarosian, he is. I was going to say he's 0 for.
First pitch there by Robles to him is ball 1.
Yeah, he did get hit in the second inning, or the third inning. Hit by pitch, but he struck out twice. He had a tough time with that double play early in the first. See if he's get on base here.
That one fouled off. Well, he came in batting .750. Oh, wait a minute. That's not it. That's not correct. Is this a pinch hitter?
Let's see, who is it? So you can't tell.
It says number 3.
No, it's still him.
Okay. No, it says 6.
That's 6 now. Okay, let's see.
That is a new pinch hitter then, I think.
Yeah, that's Rawson.
Okay, Rob.
Let's see. Here we go.
Rawson?
Actually, it's Hunter Rawson.
Hunter? Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Go from.
So Hunter Rawson. It goes down for out number 2. That's the second out.
Yeah, I didn't see him making the announcement that they had a pinch hitter.
I didn't think I heard it.
Yeah.
So that will bring up the third baseman, number 12, Palmer Hutchinson.
And Palmer's had a tough day, too. I mean, he's 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts.
So we got 2 down now here in the top half of the 9th inning. 6-3 is the score. That one is fouled off there by Hutchison.
Attacking that fastball right there is fouling it off just under it. Hutchison playing at Poria State.
Here's the pitch by Robles. That one just misses high for ball 1. As the count will now go to 1 ball, 1 strike. Like we say, the winner of this this will be their second victory. So they'll most likely move on to as 2 out of the 4 out of the pool. That one lifted to left field. Left fielder will get under it, makes the catch, and that is the ball game. The final score is the Seattle Washington Cheney Studs 6 and the Hayes Kansas Larks 3. Well, Mark, good ball game.
Yeah, I mean it's two heavyweights. Let's say in the NBC. That's they've been there for years, and it didn't disappoint. It's just that Seattle's pitching is just really unbelievable because, like I said, Hayes has some good players. You just don't think of a Hayes team striking out 10 times like that or whatever. I think it's 11, maybe 12. I know we lost count, but the whole thing is Seattle Studs, we've seen them twice now, Frank, just dominating on the pitching mound.
Well, Foster went 7 innings for the Seattle, and then Robles came in and shut him out the last couple innings and did a great job. So congratulations goes to the Cheney Studs. And I think we're going to call it good. I got to be back here at 8 o'clock in the morning to PA the first 2 games, and then I'll be back on with you tomorrow night at 6 o'clock as we do the Liberal BJs against the Cheney Diamond Dogs.
And I was going to tell everybody, come out and watch it because there's some great baseball here. You have some, just pretty unbelievable hitters, pretty unbelievable pitching. So come on out. I think you'll enjoy it. So once again, on behalf of everybody here, the staff management, we thank you very much for tuning in. We'd like to thank our statistician here that did all our work here. Thank you so much, sir. And this is Frank Martinez along with Mark Carr wishing you a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Good night. Thanks, sir.